They don't need me, right?
I can't believe you think that Lucky is a better beer than
I didn't
Pilsner.
say it was better. I just said it's the beer that I prefer.
It's the beer.
Am I allowed to have a preference?
Yes, you are. Sorry.
Beers.
Thanks, man.
I respect your opinion and
to get
your,
woke
your,
up in here,
your
son.
desire. I respect your rights to choose.
Yeah,
Yep, I do.
I appreciate that.
Wow.
You're a good friend.
Your body, your choice.
Yeah, it is.
You're so
my
tolerant.
ass. It's my ass.
Your ass, your choice.
My ass is on the line.
I didn't write shit down because I figured we'd just talk about Loki for 2 hours and then be done. And your Call of Duty story. And I guess the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Yeah,
So we got
could
three
just-
things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got like 3 things.
Yeah.
Right.
What is this? 70,
72.
72. I'm going to miss
It is
75. Fuck.
episode 72
We bring the ruckus.
of the Wheels Booze
Podcast.
podcast.
My voice is so hoarse.
Voice is pretty hoarse.
Yeah, well, because I had to work fucking like 7 days, and then you're screaming
Yeah,
out
yeah.
orders because now the restaurant's fucking packed. We got all the tables back in,
Oh,
so it's
yeah.
like we've
So
just
how's that going for the
it
like,
fucking
pack?
sucks. Now look. I don't mind being busy. Well, I do, but yeah, it's my job. We're paratroopers, man. It's our job to be overrun
Yeah.
and surrounded. So it's like,
Fuck bitches. Fuck money. Fuck the aristocracy.
Right.
Love only the pod.
that's right.
Yeah, but you got to make money to pay the bill.
No, this is true. Hey, no, dude, we did not lose any business. We lost business, but North Face did fine during
Yeah,
this
yeah,
pandemic,
yeah,
dude.
but, yeah.
Because all the other places shut down. North Face did not close for 1 day. Not for 1 day. We were open the entire time. No one got sick.
You should have got some hazard pay.
Well,
I'm
we
shocked-
got paid. We had
I'm
a
shocked-
job.
I'm
you know
shocked
what I
that
mean?
nobody got sick there, actually. I'm really
Nobody
shocked.
got sick. There were a couple scares,
Yeah.
but no one ever, not one person on our roster from February of 2020 to now has contracted coronavirus.
Congrats to North Face.
And
That's
it was
a really
like when
big
it
accomplishment.
started, fucking Brady had like just gotten back from like Africa.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, oh, he's definitely got it.
He's got like all of it.
He's like, come here, I want to talk to you. I'm like, nah, I'm good here.
Yeah. Send a text.
Send a text
Send a
from
text.
right there. Send a text from right there.
Yeah.
6 feet away from you. Text me.
Turn around.
Don't
send
even
a text.
open your fucking mouth. Fuck these masks. Fuck. Just don't even open your mouth. Text me. Imagine if that's what we did. By the way, everybody, it's episode 72
Of
of the
Wheels
Wheels
Booze
podcast.
podcast.
I'm at Eric_83. We got
I'm at Money Wheels.
And I'm at Tin Can Blues.
so I just
BT dubs. You know?
Can you imagine if that's what we had done? If the government had been like, no talking, just text. Can you imagine?
Oh, my God.
Do you think better or worse?
I don't know.
If they were locking people up just for opening their mouths?
I honestly spent like the majority of last year and a half in my house, not really talking to people. So I wasn't really, I don't really know.
When New Japan first did like shows with crowds, I think it was the G1 last summer, there was very strict, your mask must be on and you are not allowed to chant, cheer, or boo. You just got to clap or don't clap.
That's awesome.
That's and they, because they're Japanese and they're respectful people who
Yeah.
know how to fucking handle
Know how to behave.
their shit and don't, just because you can, yep, doesn't mean that you should, yep.
Your opinion doesn't
You know?
need to be voiced
Yeah.
all of the time.
Yeah. So, not to say that they don't protest and whatnot.
No,
I'm
of course,
sure
yeah.
they protest shit down there,
Yeah, of
like
course, of course.
bad sushi or whatever the fuck. Not getting their props from the mainland, fucking whatever.
No more panties in the vending machine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Not enough octopuses to have sex with. There's an octopus shortage. Maybe robot sex dolls were low, but like production was low. But they're kind of suffering right now. But they did it. You watch a New Japan show, and it was like, that's like, holy shit! Look at these people just sitting there doing what they're told.
Yeah.
It's
All of them,
amazing. And then they get to go home and have sex with fish and fucking watch weird
And robots.
cartoon porn and
Robots.
Yeah.
Weird game shows that
Yeah.
like are borderline illegal.
Yeah. They're gonna get to see a cool wrestling show. Then they're gonna, on the way home, they're gonna stop at the painting machine and then they go home.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they have like Japanese Pornhub.
They could probably pick up some sushi at the local store.
Yeah, they probably it's like right there, like how like in big cities now you see like in Toronto they have just it's like a pizza vending machine, so you can just get a fucking pizza.
What?
Yeah.
I'm actually kind of excited. I'm gonna announce this now. I'm going to be leaving the pod for the next month after today, so you guys are gonna be alone. So you guys are gonna have to enjoy the wonderful stylings of Mr. at Tin Can Blues and Mr. at Eric Double.
Can I get an amen?
and the viewers are probably gonna skyrocket.
The
and,
parents are leaving for the weekend.
Holy shit.
Woo!
yeah, so
If you think we go off the rails now, just wait.
Oh man,
Just wait
It's gonna
till
get
glorious
all-
leader leaves here.
Yeah.
I'll try not to monitor when I'm there and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
So wait, so will you be on next week?
I'm not entirely sure if I'm here on Friday.
Because it's the fucking Loki,
The last Loki.
the last
No,
show.
yeah. I'm pretty sure I will be here on Friday.
You fucking better be, bud.
Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure, because it's Friday. I'm sure that John will be at work.
I'll call the fucking
My father-
airport
I'm sure
and be
Father
like,
John will be
"This
out."
guy's got guns, man."
Yeah,
look at
Look
Cat
at him.
Stevens over there.
Look at all the pockets. Look at him all.
Definitely on some kind of watch list, or should be.
Nice.
So yeah, so we'll miss you. Where in Ontario you going? You want to stay? Or you
Orangeville.
can't?
Orangeville.
Orangeville. All right.
Orangeville, yeah. I'm
Right
hoping to
on.
maybe take a visit in Toronto. I'm watching this fucking cheese show on Food Network because there's not a lot of shit on except for that awesome show we're going to talk about. But that cheese show is awesome, and there's like a whole episode dedicated to like the markets in Toronto.
Cool.
And I want to go to the markets in
Oh,
Toronto. so.
Kensington, man.
Yeah,
Just a
Kensington,
great
yeah.
cheese house.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's where I want to go. So.
I love Kensington Market,
Yeah.
and the best thing about Kensington Market is it's right by Chinatown.
Nice, yeah.
It's like right there. So
Yeah, so I'm kind of hoping that I can convince somebody to, venture to Kensington.
sure.
While I'm there, I know everybody's probably going to be nervous about like going anywhere, but
Oh, come on. We're going
Hopefully-
to vax. Dude,
hopefully-
they just vaxxed like 25,000 people like 2 weeks ago. Flash.
They're
like-
opening theaters there on like the 16th.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Life's kind of pretty much back to normal again.
Yeah.
there,
Dude,
know.
everything is back to normal. And
What up, Spy Watch?
sorry, I was getting phone calls. Yeah, everything's kind of back to normal. Even I was in Red Deer for a week there.
Oh yeah,
And-
How was your trip, man?
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, everything's kind of back to normal. There's masks somewhere, no masks somewhere.
Sure.
Everybody's just kind of going by their own drum there, and it's kind of how it should be.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and everything seems to be fine. Like cases are plummeting still
Yep,
here,
yeah.
and and I read a thing too that those Olympics are supposed to happen in Japan, and they're going to have them without spectators because they're having like a fourth wave there.
God, I'm so sick of the non-spectator.
Yeah, well, and then I'm like, what the fuck you mean they're having a fourth wave? Because
The variants dude.
around here,
Variants.
there's variants here too, but around here,
I don't think the variants are as bad here as they are there.
Well, let's hope, man. Let's hope.
It,
Well, I think
it all depends on how their vaccine program is going because, like, I don't know. I mean, there's been some bad shit about this Delta. Like, a lot of people are worried about it. Apparently, this Delta variant's like hellfire. But
Yeah, but if you're vaxxed, you're good.
so
I've heard that you can still get it pretty bad even if you're back.
So I believe I think it was the Pfizer and Moderna ones. I think against the Delta variant, you're only like 64%.
Oh shit.
I mean,
but
come
yeah,
on.
yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
They're always going to come up with a new variant.
Yeah.
Of course,
because they're
of
losing
course.
clicks because everyone's going outside again and seeing their friends and fucking going out for dinner.
Yeah.
Everyone's so the news is like fuck.
Yeah.
They're not just fucking sitting around clicking on these fucking headlines
That's
anymore.
true, but like
So they're going to sensationalize that shit. Just like everything, I find
they
probably
could.
the reality of the situation lies somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
I hope-
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes.
that's very true.
It's not that bad, but
Not
it's
as
not
bad.
that
It's
good
not as-
either.
yeah,
Yeah.
true.
So
Well,
anyway.
we're getting out of it. We're definitely seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and
I
it's
think
getting
we're
bright.
I think we're in the tunnel. We're in the
Oh
tunnel.
no, we're definitely in the
We're
tunnel.
in the
I'm saying
tunnel.
we're like
Yeah.
we're not out of the tunnel,
But we're in-
we're
yeah.
like it's like the end of the tunnel is right there. I can see it.
Like,
It's
honestly,
right.
there's-
It's closing in on us.
What did I say? There's 92 in Edmonton. 92 active in the whole
Yeah,
city.
That's not bad.
Yeah,
The
that's
whole
really
city.
good.
There was that many active in this town at one point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very
I mean-
true. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing I didn't understand. I was like, well, I didn't realize it was so fucking bad in Japan.
Yeah.
Because they're like, first world country. You should be You know, but
It's
then
just,
I
you know,
think,
it's a different way of
yeah,
government there.
and I read the article, and the article's like because of the way they do business, because they're traditional, they're still pen and paper, a lot of it.
Yeah.
Which leads to delays and
Yeah.
reporting and delays. So then they don't think they need the vaccines
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
this
yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
And
I do like the pen and paper kind of deal. I don't fucking trust technology. It's too easy to get hacked.
Yeah, but
Everybody's getting hacked
Everyone's
now.
getting hacked.
You know, it's all hacking. They hacked that. They hacked it. What was it? Like an oil pipeline in the States, like a couple weeks ago.
Is that what happened? And
Yeah, they got fucking. It was a cyber attack.
Is that why there was a giant oil spill?
Yeah, no, I don't think that had anything to do with it. But that's why there's been like very high gas prices.
Oh, okay.
You know, and of course, you know, they blame Biden, but it's like, you know, I mean, that shit could have happened during fucking Trump too.
Of course, I'm sure lots of stupid shit. Well, yeah, a lot of shit happened during Trump's time.
I'm sure people did want to attack the U.S. in some kind of way, but they just couldn't put their fucking phone down because every 2 seconds that fucking guy was, you know,
Right.
taking his shit and tweeting
Yep, it's
fucking
true,
nonsense. How could you get any work done? I should look at my phone. It's been 10 seconds. He's
That's
probably said something.
Probably
stupid.
said something stupid. Yeah.
Did you know he's going to get reinstated?
Did you know that he's gonna sue Google, Twitter,
He
and
is.
Facebook?
He is doing that, but he.
He's not. He already fucked it up. He's already fucked it up.
Yeah, because he did it out of like jurisdiction.
Yeah.
Also, it's terms of service.
Yep.
They could literally put anything in there they want. Did you not see the Human Centipede episode of fucking South Park?
Yeah. Yeah.
They can literally put anything they want in there, and it's not an attack on your First Amendment right. It's not.
No, it's not. No,
It's their own private thing. If you're in my fucking house and you're saying shit that I don't want you to hear, I kick you out of my house.
It's fair.
You can't come back and sue me for kicking you out of your house because you have a
exactly.
right to be there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't.
Yep.
You don't.
Although-
Especially when you're inciting fucking
Although
riots.
leave it to the states. I'm pretty sure last year there was like lots of people suing for squatters' rights.
Yeah.
Like people would
Yeah.
go on vacation, but then I guess like other people would just break into their house and squat there, and then they
Yeah.
would sue the people that came home to their house.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to kick them out of their house.
I saw a video of like a
Yeah.
couple that bought like a home. I think it was in California.
Yeah.
Right before the pandemic,
Oh, yeah,
but
wasn't
because
somebody squatting there.
well, no, they weren't. Well, I guess technically they were squatting, but when like they didn't own the home, they were renting it.
Yeah.
So when Trump put in like the like the no evictions thing,
Yeah.
he didn't have to leave. So those people have been paying a mortgage for 15 months and trying to get this fucking guy out.
Oh my
But
God.
every time they would go to the house, he would like attack them with like a pipe. And he was well within his right, kind of, but not really, but kind of, because of the pandemic and shit. So then they tried to get like the sheriff, whatever, to go down, like the eviction sheriff, and he was just not having any of it and just like screaming and yelling and.
How does a country get so broken? I don't understand. Oh.
Well, it's not just the
Man.
country; it's the continent, and it's spreading like
Yeah,
that kind. This brand of nonsense.
does that piss you off as much as it pisses me off?
Yeah, it does
They're
piss
like,
me
it's like, it's
off.
not
It
our
does.
fucking
It does.
fuck. It's none of our just fucking America.
Well,
What
because
the
okay,
fuck?
so I told you guys like
let us
that
deal with our own shit.
this family came in. I told you about the
Yeah.
Trump kid.
Yeah.
And it was like they come in and they just looked apart. Like the mom's just had like resting bitch face. I'm sorry, ladies, but she had resting bitch face. I don't mean to be a sexist. She just had the look. You were like, this girl's bad news. Dad was in a shirt, like a black whatever, probably from some monster truck show in like '94 that he probably didn't even go to. He got out of like a church box.
Yeah.
Sleeves gone. He's overweight.
Yeah.
Looks like Larry the Cable Guy.
Oh Jesus.
The kid's got like the fucking plaid shirt on, fucking jeans, and the fucking Trump hat.
Oh my God.
It wasn't a MAGA, but it was just Trump, whatever. And I was just like, look at these fucking people. And we got this one kid at work who's been like especially uppity because he's like half Métis.
Yeah.
So he's very unhappy with like,
Oh man,
like things in this country right
rightfully
now.
Fucking so.
So he comes upstairs and I'm like, hey, there's like a guy with a Trump hat out there. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, yeah. And he's just like looking at him. And he's like, I just want to go out there and spit on him. And I'm like, well,
Wow.
And he's like, no. He's like, no. But you get it, right? Like I don't even have to know them, but I know they're a piece of shit. Every single one. I'm like, yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
So like the whole time, I'm just like looking. We're all just like looking up the window. I was around the patio. Yeah. And it's like, fuck. And there's like brown people sitting around. I'm like, oh, they just must be like, just fuck this shit. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, fuck.
Oh man.
So then Katie goes out like to get their shit. They're done, and then they just leave. Katie comes back in. She's like, they're actually super nice, and they said the pizza was fantastic. And I'm like, well, nobody's perfect. Right?
Awesome.
Maybe they're on to something.
Yeah, maybe.
No, they're not on to anything.
No.
And it's like a kid, but it's a Canadian kid wearing a Trump hat.
Yeah.
I assume they're Canadian.
No.
They looked Burton all right. And even Katie said, she was like, oh, they're about as Alberta as they come.
Yeah.
I was like, fucking,
Yeah.
of course they were just like, she's like, oh, they
How old was the kid, do you think? Like ballpark.
He was a big boy. I would say he was anywhere between, probably in his late teens.
Okay.
So what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And it's like, I get it, that big dick energy that Trump like exudes. Look, he's a fool, he's a fuck up, but to people like that family,
Yeah.
who look, you don't have a lot of intelligence if you're bigging Trump up. You don't. Maybe you can do your multiplication tables and you're smart with that shit, but you're not, like, intellectually, you're not all there.
Yeah.
If you support Trump. And I just think it's just, like, so to us, Trump is a fool.
Yeah.
Because we know what a fool looks like. Yeah. But to them, they go, yeah, fucking Trump. Yeah. Like that scene where he's like at a G7 or whatever, and he just busts through like all those other world leaders to get to the front.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What world leader? But they love that shit.
Yeah.
They eat it up.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
number
Fuck
one.
yeah, the fuck out of my way.
Yeah.
America.
With the best. Yeah.
Yeah, I do the same damn thing. I would have knocked his ass down. I don't care
Yeah.
if it's a woman.
Fucking who cares?
Fuck yeah. That's so they love that shit. They eat it up. That's why 71 million people voted for him. Maybe.
It's fucking true.
You know? So fuck, man. That's they eat that up.
I want there just to be like an experiment. Just draw a line in the middle of the United States, like on the latitude, not the long. Like on, is that the right? Yeah, that's latitude. Yeah, on the latitude, like
Longitude.
yeah, or on the longitude.
Yeah, latitude is up, longitude is
Okay, whichever one is the left to right. Let's just call it that.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody who wants to live in Trump's world, go to the bottom. Everybody who doesn't, go to the top.
They got the nice weather down there, though. You
it's
wanna
nice
switch
weather.
it up.
They're still
let
like
them be in the cold, but they're shirtless and they're sleeveless
Yeah.
fucking shirts.
All right, so then you split like some kind of crazy reality show that goes on
Yep.
for like 30 years and just see what happens.
30 years. I think you'd only have to give them 5 and there'd be
30
nothing but a
years, man.
smoking hole. Of the fucking,
I
like,
always-
there'd already be a war.
You just got to see like, well, how many years do you think until the Trump side tries to invade?
I think it would
it's
happen.
like
Yeah, I think
years,
it would happen
dude,
within like at
months.
least 5 years.
Yeah.
Or it
Months.
might just be Shangri-La. You might create a utopia and they'd be like, yeah, fucking let them live up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll live down here. Good. God damn it.
Yeah.
It's entirely
Got good
possible.
food, good weather, good people.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yep.
Yeah,
Football.
fuck yeah, I got no sleeves on any of my damn shirts. Even when I go to church, they know me.
Yeah, they know.
They know me.
Totally fine.
I'm the pastor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation,
Southern fat, yeah.
rip the sleeves off.
Is that a goddamn sleeve over there? Well, you tell that northerner we don't dress like that around here.
No sleeves.
Do you know how many guns would be in the southern United States?
I think there'd be a lot of guns in the
That'd be
north
so
too,
many.
because they'd be like, if the motherfuckers come up here, I'm gonna
That's-
shoot them.
that's-
I'm just gonna shoot them. I don't care.
That's fair.
I'd have like 8 guns.
8 guns.
Fuck it, yeah, man. You want to have one everywhere too.
America's
Fuck
so
yeah.
nuts, man. Sometimes, and they think it's weird that if you didn't have a like, you ever see those pictures where there's like a guy in like the fucking Burger King line with like an AK strapped to his back?
Yeah, sure.
You're like, whoa. I'm gonna go to a different
normal
Burger King.
shit. Man.
Holy
No,
shit.
no. You know what? I'd stay because if shit goes down, I know that guy's gonna fucking take care of shit. And if God forbid he goes down, well, there's a weapon right there that now I can pick up. Now I'm part of the
I was
solution.
gonna say, but do you? Yeah, I was,
No,
do you-
seriously. If somebody were to take, if
Yeah,
you
but-
saw that, you were like, "Oh fuck," and like you leave,
Yeah.
and you leave right at the right moment, and then like somebody comes in and like starts like maybe like tries to rob it or starts shooting it up,
yeah.
and then you see that guy's picture in the paper.
Yeah.
Fucking hero saves the day. Like 2 people died where 30 could have been killed. You're gonna be like, "Oh, okay, all right, yeah, sure, go get him, Haas."
That's
Right,
But
right.
what about the other side of the coin where the guy gets his Big Mac fucked up and you know,
Yeah,
he
sure.
fucking
Yeah.
loses
Well,
his
you
mind,
are
you
you're
know?
rolling the dice. I mean,
Yeah.
it is a guy with an AK-47 in a public area.
Yeah.
Sure. But I just feel like
Like what? Why when he leaves the house to go to the fucking burger, or I guess I said Big Mac. Anyway, to go to the fucking insert burger chain here. But he's like, ooh, almost forgot my fucking AK. And then he goes up the elevator, you know. He stands there for a second trying to decide if it's too far to go back. And then he decides, oh, I better go back. And then, you know, he gets the AK and he gets back in the elevator, goes and gets in his fucking, puts it in the car, he gets in the car, drives to the fucking thing. You know, like, at what point is that like, okay, that guy's probably more likely, if he decides, like, I got to bring my fucking AK to the McDonald's.
I think, in all honesty, I think the person with the gun out in the open like that in line at a fucking restaurant is probably less likely to shoot the place up than the skittish guy
That's probably
who
true.
has it in the
That's-
back of his pants.
That's true.
And it's like a handgun because like that guy's carries his gun around because he's a responsible gun owner. And I'm using air quotes here, people. You know what I mean? He's like, yeah, fuck, it's for some because he'll tell you, because if some motherfucker comes on up in here, some ISIS or Al Qaeda, I got you. You don't worry, fam. I got you. We're good. And you'll be like, yeah, all right. And then he would go like, that guy right there. See that bulge in the bottom of his pants here at the ankle here? Yeah, I'd be worried about him right there. And I'd be like, why is he hiding his gun? Why does he need to hide it? Why does he want no one to know? This guy's like, yeah, fuck yeah, I got a gun. It's right here. See it?
That is a good point. That's-
Right?
Safety's
Right?
on,
Good
you know.
point, yeah.
They're nutty, and I think it's kind of wrong, but I trust that guy more than I trust the fucking Vegas shooter who's bringing his guns in by a fucking duffel bag. He's sneaking that shit in.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know what I
That is
mean?
a fair point. Yeah.
You know, you hear about these mass shootings. It's not, you know, the guy, you know, he's got the shit hit. It's an all of a sudden type of thing, right?
Yeah.
That's just my take on it. I mean, they're still fucking, you know, nutty fucking
Lunatics.
yeah, you know. But hey, man, if shit hit the fan, it's like from Days of Confused, like O'Banion, Ben Affleck. You wouldn't want to be friends with him,
No.
but you damn sure if he's okay with you and a fight starts, you be reassured that O'Banion was not coming after you, right?
All right. Well, we're about to do a shot of the good stuff.
And you know what? This one's going out to all you Southerners,
All you Americans that love
with
our
your
podcast.
ARs, man. This one's going out to you. All right,
ARs.
cheers.
Cheers.
Be careful. For
Cheers.
God's sakes. Cheers. Mazel tov.
Cheers, fam.
Yeah, I got you, cuz. Yeah, you don't worry about me. All you gotta do is worry about the sides. I got the front right here. You just watch my wing. You got me. Don't worry, boy. It's a gun. You want to shoot it?
Well, now that I got a good amount of the best fucking drink on earth
Yeah.
into my stomach, I think that we should talk about some Loki.
Well,
Oh, should we?
should we? Should we go into it? And then I'll do my Warzone story last. I had a good segue for the guns and going into Warzone, but I guess
Wait, we can Warzone.
it's over now. It's over.
over.
I'll do it at the end.
Okay.
Well, cool. We'll get everybody big all blasted on Loki, and then we'll cool them down with my fucking heroic fucking Warzone win.
Just a quick shout out. Congratulations to Tampa Bay for cheating and winning the Stanley Cup again.
They didn't cheat. Teams have been over the cap before, buddy.
That's true. That's true.
I know it. In fact, Toronto was, but they didn't do it the same way. They
It was more subtle.
It was
a little more
way out in
subtle.
it was out in the open, like that fucking AK-47.
Was Toronto over the cap? I don't know.
Was Toronto blatantly like?
Yeah, they
flashing
do it
like?
with like the LTIR.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well,
they
do
like
the same thing that Tampa Bay does.
no. Well, Tampa Bay just put their guys on LTIR and then brought them back for the playoffs. Toronto trades for guys. So it's a big brain move. They trade for guys that will never play and therefore can be put on the LTIR. Then they're allowed to exceed the salary cap by that salary amount.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So they can be at a 90 million cap hit and just have like a bunch of players on the IR that are coming off the books next year.
Yeah. Okay.
It allows them to exceed the cap by X amount or whatever.
Fair enough.
Like as soon as the Oilers put Clef on the IR, they were allowed to exceed the cap. Doesn't bring their cap hit down. They're just allowed to exceed it by 4 point whatever million.
They should just do that because he's not coming back.
I don't think so.
Do we cheers Kucherov or do we not like Kucherov?
I like Kucherov.
You like the
I'm
number one
fuck
bullshit, man.
What
a fucking loon.
that press conference he did with his shirt off.
Yeah.
That got him a Budweiser sponsorship.
Did it really? Yeah, because he was drunk. Because that was after they'd been in the locker
Yeah.
room.
Oh yeah,
So
that guy had like 18 fucking shots from
buddy.
the cup
He
by
just
then.
Shat
number
on-
one bullshit.
Number one
Number
bullshit.
one bullshit.
No.
Montreal, they did not win.
Vasi
They act like they won the
MVP,
thing.
Vasi MVP.
Oh my god! They need to rethink the Vesna because he was the MVP.
MVP.
Number one bullshit.
Yeah.
I love
buddy.
I love hockey players like that because they're so robotic and fucking like look at McDavid, like
Yeah,
BB and Gretzky. Look
Yeah.
at fucking any of them good Canadian boys.
Well,
you know,
Yeah,
he's a
that's
good
how
player,
every
you know,
fucking
like that.
response starts.
Yep.
Well, you know.
Well, you know, and then
Yeah, they got the fucking Hockey Night Canada towel on
Yeah,
their
and then they're like,
white
you know, and you know, and we just that kind of thing. And then you get
Yeah.
Cooch up there. He's like, yeah, number one, you know, fucking awesome.
He's like got his arm up like that. He just looked fucking bomb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like who said
he showed up to
there?
a national interview with no shirt.
Yeah. Why not? You just won the
Yeah, he
cup,
just won the
baby.
cup. He's
Fuck
like,
yeah.
fucking, yeah. I mean, what does he care?
I live it up. What shirts?
Yeah.
I don't need no
Who cares?
shirt number 10.
Yeah,
The shirt's
No.
number 10. It's like the Iron Sheik. Yeah.
That's my number. My number.
USA number 10. I ran number 1.
Oh, man.
yeah. It's about time because we're always screaming it like, "Oh, show some personality, these hockey guys. You know, show some personality." And the second somebody does, those fucking traditionalist fucking guys are like, "Whoa!"
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm
He
sure
didn't-
that.
there
I'm
was-
sure they did.
There
but-
was no and he wasn't humble.
Yeah.
And you know, he was boastful, and you know, and he had no shirt.
It's just same with those dinosaurs from fucking baseball that rag on the kids when they do like a big bat flip.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like-
yeah. that's
you
the
get
thing.
like Goose Gossage on fucking Twitter is like, whoa, well, back in my day, we would have sent a heater into the fuck. It's like, shut up, you fucking old cricket.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel
gives
the
a
same
shit?
way. I feel the same way about Yak's fucking Nail Yakupov's slide.
Oh,
That-
because that was that fucking game. That was the game where
that was pure emotion.
That was the
yeah.
end of his career.
The goal got called back, and then they ended up, and then there was like I'll never forget. There was like
They
a
called
really
it goal
bad
back?
call.
Okay.
Oh yeah, they called they Quicks, you know, Jonathan Quick. He
The
sold
crowd was lit, man.
the
Like
crowd fucking. There was pizza on the ice.
Yeah.
Like, and the ref made the call. He called the goal back.
Yeah.
With 17 seconds left in the game. The Oilers
Yeah.
thought they tied it, or 30 seconds, whatever.
Oh, yeah,
and the crowd. It was in Edmonton. He
dude,
dared-
they
he-
lit him
he-
up. There was a girl. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
There was like a guy and a girl standing.
Yeah.
And the guy's like got his arms crossed. He's kind of like shaking his head like fuck. The girl is like you'd think she'd fall over the seat. She's like fight. Like I was like, what am I watching? Because I tuned into that game late, and I was
man.
like, oh, I'll watch this because the crowd was into it. So I was like, well, I'll watch it. The crowd's hype, so I'm getting hype. And then they call that shit back, and oh my god, when
And-
he fucking put that, oh,
And the ref was smart too, because he was well within his goddamn rights to call
Yeah.
a delay of game.
Yeah.
'Cause you can call a delay of game against the Oilers.
Yes.
For how their fans are acting.
yeah.
Yeah, if the fans are hucking shit on the ice, they call a delay of game against the Oilers. The Oilers
Yeah.
now got a penalty.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
ref just stood there like, nope, I already fucked up once. Nope. You can see him. He's just letting it happen.
I do want to make it out of here today.
Yeah. He's waiting for the fucking rain of Boston pizza boxes
Yeah.
and shit to quit and fucking beer cans.
Because his
to
night
quit
just
ra-
got ruined, man. He can't go out for dinner now. He's got to get
no,
room
he's
service.
Fucked. He's
Fucking-
fucked. So and you know he's just doing his job, but it was a fucking bad call. It was, and he waits. The shit gets fucking. It's like 10 minutes for this rain of garbage to quit going on fucking Rexall. I think it was in Rexall Place.
Yeah.
and then they start the game up again, and Yak bats that fucker out of midair, and he goes screaming down the ice, and he's
was-
just tied the fucking. And then the Oilers won it at overtime.
Yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
But he goes screaming down the ice, and he's sliding. There's at least 5 excellent pictures that would be awesome on
Yeah.
to have on your
yeah.
wall. This guy just fucking
Absolutely.
pure enthusiasm.
Absolutely.
After that, there was like 50% of the people were like, whoa, you can't celebrate like that in hockey.
Yeah.
It's fucking what the fuck.
Are you kidding me?
Eric Belanger, who was known as the Belanger Triangle because that's where fucking offense goes to die. He was like, you don't do that thing in hockey. You don't celebrate. No. You young kid. You don't do the veterans in the room. They don't like that stuff.
Yeah, it's probably because they're too old. They can't get down on their fucking knees anymore.
And he's got like, Andrew Ference is in there. Like all these like, all the old fucking guys that are just like, whoa, nope. You don't do that stuff. Like, piss off. It's a guy's. It was his fucking second goal he's ever scored in his career.
Yeah,
all he's ever wanted to do is play in the NHL. He finally got to play in the NHL, and he scored that fucking goal.
Ties it up, and the crowd, like, I swear to God, you could argue that's why they had to get the new arena, because they blew the fucking roof off of that place.
They did.
Yak endeared himself to every Oilers fan in the world that day.
He was a hero.
He was a fucking hero.
Probably got a fucking BJ that night.
He absolutely did.
Like 3 games later, the exact same move in Arizona, he did it again. Except this time, he went to go celebrate, and you could see his fucking brain stop. And he stopped behind the net, and that's it. And then his teammates came and
bullshit.
they did.
Fans don't want to see that.
Yeah, and you could see his brain go to celebrate, and then he was like, "Whoa, better not do that shit." And then it was the same move. He was standing by the net, and he batted hand-eye coordination. He batted out of the air.
Because I was thinking about what we talked about. Like what's the most exciting thing in sport, and the overtime, and it's not even like necessarily the overtime winner, but like just a really fucking big goal in your own barn.
Yeah.
And I love when they do the fucking hit. They do like the Green Bay fucking like the Lambeau leap into the fucking glass and shit.
Yep.
They're pounding.
Yeah,
it's true.
Yes, little kid, get out.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Because it gets you amped too. Look at how happy he is talking about Oilers hockey.
Man,
Look at that, eh?
That was a great moment. I was
super hyped for that too, man.
Yeah, dude.
That unfortunately ruined his career.
That didn't ruin his career. There was things that happened.
It wasn't him that ruined
Dallas
it, but
Aikens
other
ruined his
people
career.
ruined his career. Yes,
because he was so enthusiastic and all this shit. They just didn't like that, But if he was Canadian, they would have put up with it a little bit more. But because he's Russian,
can't have that.
No,
Sure, Don Cherry fucking.
Yeah, you can't have that.
No, Don Cherry shat on that.
Yeah, I bet he did.
Yeah, he did.
And like guys on his own team, like the veterans on his own team, were like,
fucking sad.
Are you kidding me?
You're like, shut up, man. I got us all laid, brother.
Come on,
Enjoy it.
Piss off. We were gonna be like fucking 2-4, and now we're gonna be 3-4. So like, fuck you. Like, it's huge. The best record the Oilers have had in fucking 10 years.
That's
3-4.
They're okay.
What a game that fucking was, dude.
And
how can you not be romantic about hockey?
I was romantic about that. That was when
boy.
like shit was optimistic. It was going up. The Oilers were going up, and then just never happened.
Every year's a fresh roll of toilet paper for you to wipe your ass on, man. You know what I mean? You got to get in there. That's the true sports fan right there.
It was awesome, man. I was doing the same celebration, but everybody was asleep in my apartment. So I was just silently just like, yeah. Shit. I had no one to share it with at all. At all. The next day, I was just looking for somebody. Who wants to talk about that?
Yeah. Where's Smitty?
I want to talk about that shit. Did you see that shit? They're like, what shit? I'm like, fuck. Are you kidding me?
Nobody.
Yeah. Did you see that Oilers game? No, I watched it fucking. God damn it.
Fell asleep, bud. What happened? Did we win?
Yeah, we were losing. I know they called the goal back and I shut it off. And you what?
Turn that shit off. Yeah, we were losing. I was like, I'll just watch a rerun of Medium.
Dude, that's
Nice.
that the football team I watched, Peterborough United. They were down 3-0, and I was like, fuck. And I wasn't watching it because I didn't have. Like, you got to pay €12 to watch this fucking thing, and I just can't. Or 12 pounds or whatever. I just can't fucking justify that for every fucking game.
Every game you pay £12. £12.
Not every game because I don't watch every game.
No, but
because it's 12 fucking pounds.
That's like $24 a game.
It's batshit crazy because it's the same as my entire Sportsnet fucking subscription. It's ludicrous. That's why I never watch them so much. I follow it. That's about it. Yeah. Anyway, this one I wasn't watching, and I'm like, they're fucking. I guess they're gonna have to get promoted next game or some shit. And they fucking came back, and with I think a minute left, they got the fucking penalty called, and they took the penalty and they tied it. And that's all they fucking needed. But that's the kind of thing where you're like, it's over. Shut it off. There's no way. And that's the kind of thing.
You never know, man. If you believe, you never know. Sometimes
you never know. Yeah.
Miracles happen, buddy.
The fucking
Miracles
Jays in 2015. I thought that
Oh,
game
man.
was done.
happen. Yeah.
So did I.
They fucking like Martin throws the ball off of Chu's bat, and I was like, if this run fucking counts, we're in trouble.
Yeah.
And then what happened? We come back and they give away 3 outs.
Yep.
It took them 6 outs to get out of that fucking inning. Andrews makes all 3 errors,
Yep.
and then the home run, and it was like. I can't I grabbed a beer out of the cooler and I like ran out to the back
Nice.
and I was like, "Rah!"
Nice. Awesome.
This is it was one of the greatest. Like, I mean, I remember my dad waking us up, or at least me up, for Joe Carter in '93.
Yep.
But
I
that
watched-
was
I watched
like
it. That was awesome.
one of the most exciting things I had ever seen in sport.
It was definitely one of the most.
Excuse me.
Touch them all, Joe. You'll never hit a bigger
Which
home
was
run in your
awesome.
life. Yeah.
But fucking Buck Martin with the get up, ball, get out of here.
Yeah,
I just, or no, that wouldn't have been Buck Martinez. That would have been the fucking like the American guys. But it was just huge. Like, and I'm a Toronto sports fan, so lots of disappointment there.
Yeah.
Unless you're like an Argos fan, but no. That's
But I
not
mean,
hype. Yeah, hype.
Well, and at that point in time, I think it was like the Blue Jays had been progressively getting better, but like not going over the hump since like
Yeah.
'85.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or
no,
something.
Very true. Well, yeah. Very true.
They no, because like we won in 92, 93.
Yeah.
But then there were really shit years with like Delgado and like
Yeah.
Sean Green and fucking poor Roy Halladay on those fucking.
Yeah.
We had Roger Clemens.
Clemens,
We've always
yeah.
had great players, but we just couldn't. We just couldn't get there because you're always playing behind Boston, New York. You're
Yeah.
always playing.
Yeah, it's a tough division.
So
to be in.
in 20, yeah, you're like, we were progressing, and Anthopoulos was making all these moves, and I'll never forget being at work, and Brady had to do prep that day, and this is after he bought it. He was downstairs doing prep, and it flashed on the Sportsnet ticker that we had picked up David Price. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, we got David Price. So I booked it downstairs, and I'm like, Brady, we just got David Price. He's like, are you kidding me? I'm like, no, we just got. He's like, who'd we give away? And I was like, I have no idea. I just saw that we got David Price, so I just had to run down here and tell
Nice.
somebody.
Awesome.
And I was like, I'll go back upstairs and look.
Nice.
Oh man,
It was hype. And then that run.
I remember at some point on that run. I don't know if it was that run or if it was the year after, but it was like Donaldson came in and scored at home plate because in like extra innings or in the bottom of the ninth or something.
And that was the next year.
It was the next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy blew the throw to first
Yeah,
base.
yeah.
And I'm watching it and I'm like, it's fucking done. He just
Yeah.
hits this like, it's an easy out. Like,
Yeah.
no way they missed this. And they fucking blew the throw.
No out is
And
easy in October, man.
And Donaldson comes in and scores and they
It was
win.
huge.
Was that like the
That was
ALDS?
Yeah.
Was it the ALDS?
Yeah. That was the EDS. Yeah.
Yeah. And man, that was something where I was on like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and then
that,
the only other thing I can think of where I was when in 2015, probably before or after, probably before that actually, because it would have been those would have been in like October or whenever the World Series is. This would have been like summer. Is I was tuning into the 2015 draft lottery with like no expectations at all.
Right.
It didn't even cross my mind, McDavid, at all. Didn't
Yeah.
even cross my mind. And I think it was fucking however many months, like 8 months or 9 months pregnant, eight and a half months pregnant at this point. She's like in the baby's room that's gonna be there, and she's like fucking folding baby clothes or some shit. And I'm like on the couch just watching the stream on my phone. And I get to like the Oilers pick, and I'm like, don't be the Oilers, because I thought it was gonna be like, if the Oilers don't show up, they win or something. But then this gold card turns over, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then it's like, and then Bill Daly's like, we have a winner. The Oilers will pick first.
No.
And I was like, what? And I just like start fucking like, holy shit. And Inga comes running out. She's like holding her fucking pregnant. She's like, what's happening? And I'm like, we got McDavid. And she's like, what? That's why you're yelling? And she gets all fucking huffed and goes away. And I'm like, and I'm just like, and my phone's like, I got like fucking 3 phone calls coming in at the same time about it. And I'm like, holy shit, could you believe it? Have you seen this kid play? Like, holy fuck. And, like that was a huge, that was something that was, where I was like shitting my fucking pants.
Yeah.
That was mass. That was huge.
What about you, Glorious Theater? You got a big I almost shit my pants fucking sports moment?
Like where you were physically screaming and everyone was like, "Whoa, are you okay?"
Probably in 2006 when the Oilers were like doing their run.
Yeah.
That was
Absolutely.
fucking massive, man.
Yeah.
I was
There were
like,
some big wins. And
man, I was so loud. I was like singing the anthem every day. I was at the brew pub for like 4
Oh
weeks.
man,
Every fucking night.
I remember having a conversation with you that year.
Yep.
Fuck,
I
how
wore
many
this-
years ago was
I wore
that?
this grody Chris Pronger jersey for like 4 months, and then I remember the next day that he demanded a trade. I burned that jersey.
Did you burn the jersey?
Yeah, I
you
burned-
LeBron'd the jersey?
LeBron.
Yeah.
I
Holy
was-
shit.
I was pissed. I
Chris
was drunk.
Pronger.
Dude, what did you do on Fernando Pisani's game 5 overtime winner?
Fuck, that whole fucking run blends together. But I was hyped that whole run.
You remember I used to drive by the brew pub and just
Yeah.
lay on the fucking horn. I had
Yeah.
2 Oilers
Oh,
flags in my
dude,
truck.
it was-
I just used to lay on the
Oh,
horn.
dude,
You
you-
could just drive by the
There
brew
was
pub
like
and lay on the
bleachers everywhere. and it
Yeah.
was
You
fucking
could just
rampant.
lay on the horn driving by the brew pub and everyone would cheer. You
Yeah.
didn't have to do anything
Yeah.
else. You just
Nothing,
drive
no.
by, lay on the horn if there was an Oilers game around
It was
that
fun.
time.
Playoffs are fun, man.
Man.
Playoffs are
Any-
fun. Playoffs
any
are fun like in pretty much every
Yeah,
sport.
even
Yeah.
even the Raptors fucking see when they won.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that
Oh,
was super fun.
especially when they went.
Super
That's
fun.
another big. That fucking Kawhi.
Massive.
Oh, man.
The
Huge
fuck
fun.
with that,
That-
was that 4 bounces off of the rim, and
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh.
oh, then it drops. You're like, ah.
Yeah, and that was a fucking series winner.
Yeah.
that was,
Like
yeah.
that was like that shot drops, they win. That shot doesn't, they lose.
And it's Kawhi. It's like that's why we fucking brought this
Yeah,
guy
that's
here.
why they
That's
brought him.
exactly why we brought him
Because
here.
because
to do that especially was like fucking
Yeah.
destiny.
they didn't have much time.
No, they had like
And
a,
there was
a
something
couple
with
seconds.
there was something with the sub which allowed them to have the ball at half court. I can't remember
I can't
exactly
remember.
what it was, but there
if
was
if they'd have
some.
missed that shot, it would have been overtime too.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was like this is gonna send us
Yep.
to face the Warriors.
Absolutely.
Like,
Yep, yep.
and that was huge. I remember.
No, that was to send us to Milwaukee.
Yeah, that was the
Okay.
comment.
Yeah,
That
that,
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
So
final.
that was
yeah,
before.
that was the semis.
No, that's
Yeah,
fine.
okay.
Still
That was
big,
still
still
huge.
fucking
Still
big.
Still
huge.
massive. Yeah, yeah.
Because it's the Raptors making a run, and you're fucking doing it at home.
Yeah.
I will watch. I love to watch teams win at home.
Yeah,
Yep.
I
it is
love
awesome.
That shit.
It
Even
is
if it's
super fun.
not a team that I care about
It's
or
super fun.
I'm rooting
It is
against.
super fun.
And the Raptors are a special team because it's like our national basketball team because there isn't another one.
Yeah.
So everybody's cheering for the Raptors.
Oh, watching like all the American commentators after the Raptors won.
Oh, yeah,
being
just
so
fucking
sour
whining,
that Canada won the NBA title.
the whole
yeah.
fucking team is
So
American,
sour,
for
yeah.
God's sake.
Yeah.
And Slavic.
Oh, they were like, why?
fucking-
I remember reading articles why Kawhi shouldn't sign.
Yeah, I
Because
remember that.
because there's no ESPN or something, and like what the fucking who cares about fucking E
Steve
ESPN?
Smith was all like, "It's really weird and wrong that Canada won the NBA championship."
Stephen A is like
Stephen
he's a
A-
smart guy, but he's just a fucking blowhard.
He's
like,
such a
Yeah.
blowhard.
Like, well, there's
yeah.
a fucking team here, so of course they have a chance.
he's
to
like
be
the
fucking
Black
idiot.
Rush Limbaugh of
Yeah.
fucking sports.
He's
talk.
Yeah, he
Oh,
is
man.
absolutely.
That was huge, and that
Yeah.
was there wasn't a person I talked to who wasn't like, yeah, fucking hope the Raptors win. Like,
Yeah.
every
Absolutely,
Canadian
yeah.
I ever. You could talk to anybody. It was the most unifying thing because hockey
It was-
divides us.
Yeah, it was huge.
You know, baseball will unite us if we ever get there. But at that point in time, the last time, so the Raptors won in 2019. The last time a championship of a big sport was in Canada was fucking 1993 with the Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah,
So I mean,
very true, very true.
we were fucking like that's huge. We were
yeah,
craving
yeah, it's massive.
some
Yeah.
win,
Absolutely,
a win.
absolutely.
Just give us a win.
Too bad
It's
for
been
this.
fucking so
Too bad
long.
for the CFL, man. Too bad.
Yeah.
That is-
So I guess just quick, that
yeah,
deal
that's-
with the XFL
yeah.
is done.
Yeah, I don't know why, but it's done.
Well, it's the CFL. It's just the CFL. So on Instagram, as you know, I love the comments.
Yes, yes.
So Tim and Friends posted, they like the announcement that the deal was done.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they were like, how does whatever. It was just like what's your opinion? So I was like, so I gave my opinion because it was asked for. So I'm like, as someone who is a fan of football, I just find the Canadian brand of it to be utterly boring.
Yep. Oh,
You know,
oh, okay.
well, and it's utterly, because I said utterly. Oh, no. What did I say? I didn't say utterly. I said dreadfully.
Yeah,
Dreadfully boring.
Yeah.
Which it is to me.
Yeah, no, and I agree with you. I agree.
And, well, a lot of people do not agree with
that's
us.
Very true. Very true. That's very true.
Because I then got lit up by people like, so one guy says to me, you're not a football fan, you're an NFL fan. And people actually got on and defended me against that comment. And then I had this one guy, and he's like, yeah, I'm an American Jets fan who takes a trip up to Hamilton once a year to see the Tiger Cats play.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. How do you find the CFL boring? And I was like, in my opinion, because I had come out with a few defenses to some people. Like, look, my opinion was asked for, so I gave it.
Yeah.
The CFL is doing fucking fun. Not really, but they're a league without me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, look, it's just not entertaining. So as someone who I try to be a fan. I grew up in Toronto, but I said to the guy, I was like, it seemed like going to an Argo game. I was more like, I was willing to go to an Argo game because it was just an excuse to go to the Dome where baseball happens. Baseball happens here, so I'll go there because I'm at the Dome.
Yep.
So I was like, other than that, I can't do it. So an XFL partnership might have sparked some interest for a casual fan who's on the fence like me, who loves football, just not this brand.
Yes.
So if to the CFL, business as usual is what they're going to do, more power to them. They have been, I said this, I was like, they've been moderately successful. You know, so I think they're probably like the third or fourth watched sport in this country. So, you know, not saying much.
No.
And then the guy just kept getting pissed, and I was like, look, buddy, are you kind of triggered by when I said dreadfully boring and moderately successful? Because if this is why you're coming after me, then this conversation's over, because my opinion was asked for. I gave it. And if you're a CFL fan, good. Be a CFL fan. I'm not saying don't watch CFL. It sucks. I didn't say it sucks. Boo. I'm tapping things on my phone. I'm putting up a clown face emoji. You know, I'm calling you a clown. You know,
you didn't do none of that.
Telling you I'm sorry you feel. I'm not being like that. I was just like, look, this is the way it is for me.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to see the XFL. So no more XFL, CFL.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rock. We tried, buddy. We tried.
Yeah. I only have one problem with the CFL, and that's the former Edmonton Eskimos' new name.
They have a new name?
Edmonton Elks.
Damn it.
Right?
It's a smart move because I could keep all the lettering and the branding.
There's a lot of ways they could have done that, and they could have done that without using the wrong plural of elk.
Man, they had
Is it elks?
Yes.
Man, they had it. The Edmonton Energy. It was there.
It was there. The
It was
Edmonton
right
the
there.
Edmonton
Name.
Energy.
I feel that's more of like an MLS name, like a Major League Soccer
It is,
name.
but like, I mean, come on. Red Blacks? I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Edmonton Energy. Edmonton Empire was my choice.
Empire, yeah.
But I think somebody said that that's racist or sexist or fucking somethingist by now.
Empire?
Yeah, I don't know how, but it is. So they couldn't pick Empire, which I thought was a fucking great name. The Edmonton Empire.
That's a good name. Yeah.
The Edmonton Empire.
And Energy's good too. I like that.
The Edmonton
too.
Energy, but no, they went with Elks.
Elks
with an S.
Seattle Kraken, but
Hey, you do not talk about the Kraken.
I think Seattle Kraken's a fucking stupid name too. So,
buddy,
same with
when
the
they
Golden
release
Knights.
the Kraken, you're gonna watch that shit.
I mean, it's good for that.
The
fucking
Golden Knights is
their first
to
game,
release the Kraken.
their first game is against the Canucks.
nice. Oh yeah, they're gonna release
it's
the
a
Kraken
goofy
against
name.
Vancouver for sure.
fucking goofy name. I get like there's a lot of buzzwords with release the Kraken.
Yeah. Sure, it's good branding. I hate that word, but it's good branding. It's good branding.
You know, my pick was Seattle Metropolitans, anyways, because that's the traditional name.
But you've already got the New York Mets. I guess
I know.
all the sports names are all reused. and-
Yeah. So I mean, anyway, that's my only problem with the CFL. Sure, is that they have stupid fucking names sometimes. Well, any new team has a stupid fucking name. Ottawa Second Rough Riders, which then went defunct and then came back as
No. It was Rough Riders.
Sorry, there's space.
Is it two words?
Saskatchewan Rough Riders.
Ottawa
Rough Riders.
Really?
That was the difference.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
That's-
dumb.
that's
I mean,
so dope.
Say with me, kids. Saskatchewan Rough Riders. Ottawa Rough
Space.
Riders. Pause. There's a
Pause. I know.
There's a comma.
Doesn't make it
there.
any less stupid. But then they come back like, okay, so they come back with like red blacks. What the
They're
fuck
fucking
is that?
terrible.
What the fuck
What
is
about
that?
the circle squares?
I mean, honest to God.
Is
What-
that red black? Is that like a tartan thing? Is that what they were?
The yellow triangles.
it might just be their team colors. I don't know.
It is
What
their
are-
team
It is.
fucking
Okay,
colors.
all right, there we go.
It would have to be.
Yeah, it has to be. So what about Ottawa Renegades or something like fucking
They do.
cool?
Whoa, don't they have a
Weren't they?
Renegades?
Weren't they? Isn't like the lacrosse team the Renegades?
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Or like maybe the soccer team. I don't fucking.
There's definitely that sounds like an
sounds like
already
it sounds like
established
an
team.
Ottawa
Well, I
team
mean,
is
if
already
you,
Renegades.
there had to be a better option.
Well,
Just like
why
there's a
not
better-
Capitals.
Ottawa Capitals?
It's also
Yeah, that's a-
entirely,
that's a great-
it's also
Never gonna
entirely
ring to
possible
it,
they
but-
were already the Ottawa Renegades and then they changed it.
Oh no, they were the Rough Riders. Then they were the Red Blacks.
No, I think they were the Rough Riders and the Renegades, and then
Were they the Renegades?
Okay.
I'm positive. I'm pretty sure the
Okay.
Rough Riders were the
All right.
Renegades.
Fact
at
check.
I'm
Fact
gonna do a
check.
live fact
Yeah,
check.
fact check. But I'm pretty sure
okay.
they were at some point the Renegades.
All right. Well, either way, that's a stupid
It's all
fucking
dumb.
name.
It's all stupid.
And the Edmonton Elks is a stupid
That's
fucking
so
name.
dumb.
You didn't
That's-
even get the plural. The Edmonton Elk would have been better.
Yep.
Because at least they got the plural, right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You know, there's more than one of us. Just throw an S on there and we'll call it good. We didn't do any fucking research. You know, we didn't do it. We didn't look into it too much. Hey, what's the significance behind the Elks name? Well, it's because we could use the same branding. We didn't have to change, the suffix of the name or the second name.
Yep.
And that's about it. And we know that there's more than one player on the team, so we want to add the S in there to make it the Elks.
And maybe you'll see an elk. Maybe
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, then what about like the elk? The plural of elk is just elk. Oh. Uh-oh. Well, we already put all the fucking paperwork out, so.
Oh shit.
God damn.
That's a giant fuck up there, Edmonton Oil Group or whatever.
Yeah, or whatever the fuck. Who knows? I mean, they could have even went that way. Like Edmonton Oil, fucking something.
They could have.
You know?
Well, they do.
And they changed the color, but the green and gold is like the Packers colors or whatever. The green and gold has been that way since how long were the Eskimos alive? Like when 50s, 60s?
No, they're one of the oldest like football teams.
Okay.
CFL is actually technically older than that.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
I know it is,
So Justin, you are right.
Oh,
Okay.
They were the Renegades.
So
Wow.
for record keeping purposes, the CFL now recognizes all three Ottawa-based clubs that played in the CFL or the league's predecessors, the Rough Riders, known as the Ottawa Football Club from 1876 to 1898, and the
Wow.
Ottawa Senators from 26 to 30.
Oh, that's a little weird.
The Renegades and the Red Blacks as a single entity dating to 1876. And funny note, they've only won one fucking Grey Cup in that whole fucking time.
Ever?
Wow.
Ever.
Wow.
One.
Boo, Ottawa.
One.
Boo.
It says in 2016.
Wow.
What's going on in the nation's capital?
What was their name when they won that Grey Cup?
That would have been the Renegades.
Okay, at least
I think
it's a
that
good-
would have been the Renegades.
At least it's a good fucking name.
I
Say the
think
name.
the
At
Senators
least
have
the
only ever
name
won
etched on the
two.
Grey Cup is a good fucking name.
Senators have only ever won the Stanley Cup once. Too.
I don't think they've ever won a Stanley
Well,
Cup.
No, they've never
not
won a
the,
Stanley
Not the
Cup.
new incarnation.
Oh,
but
the old, like
the
going
old-
back to the
yeah,
1900s.
Yeah, like the
yeah,
1930s when they were the.
yeah. I agree. Yeah.
The Grey Cup champions once. So maybe this is just for the Red Blacks.
I don't know.
So maybe they were the Red Blacks when they won the Grey Cup.
Damn.
Maybe.
Sucks.
Regardless, it's a dumb name.
Stupid. The CFL
Stupid
can be
name.
stupid with shit like that.
Stupid.
I don't know. I think they got stupid names.
Because it says, I clicked on awards and it says Grey Cup champions won 2016. And then East Division champions 3 times in 2015, 16, and then in 18.
All right. Well, like there's so
What's
many
their
like
mascot?
BC Lions, fucking cool name. Calgary Stampeders, fucking
That's
cool
cool.
name.
That's a cool name.
Even and I'm not going to get into the racial
Yeah.
bit of it, but the Edmonton Eskimos was a cool fucking name. The fucking Saskatchewan Rough.
No offense to any Eskimos, but I don't really think they're that intimidating.
I don't think they are either, but I'm not one, and I haven't talked to one, so I can't say for sure.
Very true.
The Saskatchewan Roughriders, fucking cool name.
Yeah.
Winnipeg fucking Blue Bombers.
That's an awesome.
That's
That's
a
good name.
fucking awesome name.
Good name.
You know
Toronto
what's not?
Argonauts.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's a moderately good name. The Argos.
Argos. I like the
it
Argonauts.
short forms well, but the Toronto Argonauts.
It's a
I
cool
like
name.
the Argonauts,
So
man.
I transferred schools in middle school, and I went from Hilltop to Norseman. The Norseman school, the team name was Vikings. We were the Vikings. Stupid.
That's almost as bad as the Edmonton Elks.
And that's fucking dumb. And I always associated that with the Argonauts, and I was just like, I don't like this at all. The only thing I ever liked about the Argos was the fact that John Candy was a part owner. And I remember one game going, I think it was just me and my dad. We went, and John Candy he's always there.
Yeah.
He come out and he waved, and it was like, John Candy. Not the fucking we probably blew the team out. We probably won. That could have been the Grey Cup for all I knew. Yeah. But I was like, John Candy, when can we leave? When does baseball happen? Is this the opening act?
Does baseball come after this?
So an even dumber name is the Ottawa mascot. Which there's a little quick history here.
Okay.
The Red Blacks mascot is a lumberjack whose original name, Big Joe Muffraw, was revealed by the team on March 28, 2014. Blah, blah, blah. Came from online suggestions. It was an acknowledgement for the Big Joe Muffraw folk legend popularized in several works of fiction, most notably by Ottawa native Bernie Bedore and songs by Stompin' Tom Connors. Nice. But after the Red Blacks received some criticism for the Muffraw name, the team announced on March 31st that the mascot would go by the name Big Joe or Grand Joss in French. I wonder what the criticism was. This guy was pretty well. We know he wasn't wearing orange on Canada Day. I'll tell you that. It's Big Joe Muffraw.
Oh, I see.
Okay,
probably.
Yeah. Okay.
If he's a Canadian folk legend, he probably had something to do with killing the Indians. Let's just fucking say it right now.
Yeah,
He's probably a bad fucking dude.
That's probably Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that fucking CFL, man. God damn. There's some fucking history there, and it's like sometimes you're just like, what the fuck are they?
There's too much goddamn movement before the fucking snap. And it's also a punt fest because you only get 2 downs to move the ball.
I like the 3 down.
Put a 4th down in.
I like the 3
punt
downs.
fest.
No, it's too quick.
I like the
Those are the
3 downs.
2 big things. Those are the 2 big things with me. Too much movement.
I
I
agree.
fucking hate the fucking running around before the goddamn
I
snap.
agree.
No,
No,
get
I
your
hate
shit
that
done. You got
shit.
3 downs. Get your shit done. Let's get this fucking game going. It's cold up here. It's
Strategy.
fucking
Yeah.
snowing. We got to get the
Strategy.
game
It's
done.
supposed to be cold in
Strategy.
football, buddy. I love that
Strategy.
shit. When I would play Madden, you know what the weather was.
Yep.
It was fucking snowy blizzard.
Yep.
You can't even see shit.
No,
Because
nothing.
that's how football's played in the shit.
In the shit.
In the shit, man.
Yep.
It's
Yeah, maybe
cold
in-
Vietnam, buddy.
Yeah, maybe in Green Bay, but like, fuck.
Well,
You think they're gonna have the Super Bowl? Like,
New York, Minnesota,
Yeah,
Chicago,
okay, right.
fucking all that shit. Yeah, fuck yeah, man. Especially Chicago and fucking Green Bay.
February.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
February.
Carolina didn't have football teams in the 60s, dude.
No, they did not.
They did not. Nope.
They wore leather helmets and they played in the mud.
Yep, they did.
I was thinking about that Tampa Bay fucking the Bucks and the fucking Lightning both won championships this year.
There was a lot of Florida.
Yeah, like what's going on in baseball with them? Because I think they're just slightly above the Jays,
suck
right?
The Miami Marlins.
Marlins
They're
are bad.
bottom
The
feeders.
Tampa Bay.
Oh,
Rays.
oh yeah,
The Rays.
they're I think they're
Yeah,
third.
that-
They're
they're
one
pretty good.
above the Jays.
I think it's like the Jays, the Red Sox, then the Yankees. No. It's the Rays, Red Sox, Yankees, Jays.
No.
And then
It's like I think the Jays are third.
Are they third now?
Jays are
They
third,
made a move.
but
Maybe that's why
but
the
Ra-
fucking-
the
They
Rays
made a
are
move, nice.
the Rays are above them. I
Maybe
think.
that's why the Yankees,
I think the Rays are
GM.
first. Yeah.
Let's go AL.
But what about them new pitchers, Daniels? Because we got some new pitchers,
We did get some new pitchers.
and I got to say I'm a pretty big fan after
As-
watching
as
them.
I'm not happy about getting rid of Rowdy Tellez because I really liked
Yeah, I like
Rowdy
Rowdy
Tellez.
Tellez too.
But they're good pitchers.
It-
They're decent, and it's what we need. And we don't need Rowdy because we got Vladdy at
Because
first.
Vlad plays first,
And
yeah.
then we got Springer. We got a healthy outfield with depth. So Springer can DH. Grichuk, they can all DH in
Are
the
they-
outfield and platoon.
Is trading away some of that depth going to hurt them if there's
No,
injuries?
because we only got rid of Tellez.
Yeah,
I believe we
okay.
only got rid of
Yeah,
Tellez.
that was it.
So it sucks for me because I really like Tellez.
Yeah.
Because he's a big boy. He
Yeah.
can fucking hit dingers.
Yep.
He was a decent first baseman.
and he had a
Nothing to write
cool
home about.
fucking name.
Absolutely. In fact, in MLB 19 that I have, I had this hot shot fucking rookie that just wasn't doing it. Like his batting average stunk. And I was like, I wonder if I can get this guy and get Rowdy Tellez off of the Jays
Nice.
in a steal. I stole him. And Tellez, I've had Tellez now for 2 seasons. And his first season, he had 24 home runs, and he's already got 24 now. And I'm approaching the end of September. So
Oh wow, nice.
he paid off for me, and
That's good. That's huge.
I loved him. I loved him. So, but no, it's good. So yeah, here's the standings. We got the Red Sox in first.
Oh wow, okay.
2 games up on the Rays, and Tyson was right on this one. The Jays are 8.5 back, and the Yankees are 9 back.
Oh man,
Oh.
the Yankees crashed.
Fuck the Yankees.
Burn.
Oh, that's not good.
Nice. I don't know.
That's not good.
I think now's the time, man. The Jays are gonna make a move.
They made a
Or
couple, and
like a big
second
move.
half,
Like
second half,
I
buddy.
don't think we should make a move.
No, I mean like a move up the stand. I don't mean like a trade. I mean a
Oh
move up the
yeah,
standings.
well Boston's playing really fucking good, and
Yeah,
Tampa
they are.
Bay I think probably might win the division. It looks like
So
they'll
we're
win
looking-
the division.
we're looking at a wild card. We got to get.
We'll
the
have to
wild
fight
card.
for the wild card. Absolutely, there's no
Hey,
way
I
we're
don't-
gonna win the fucking
I like those wild card games because it's one fucking game.
Yeah, well, you
One
win it,
game,
you're in. It's my
win it, you're
favorite
in.
wrestling
Yep,
stipulation.
yep.
Win it,
I
you're
love
in,
that.
baby.
I love that. It's like it's the wild card game. You win, you fucking go to the ALDS. You lose, you fucking don't. And I love it.
Which
That-
we
that-
did last year.
yeah.
The Jays made the wild card game, so
It's awesome.
that's the
And-
playoffs.
And I like that pitcher Simber. I can't remember his first name, but he's a submariner pitcher. And I just love the way he throws. I love the way he lines up. And you know you got to bust this guy out when nothing else is working. And you're just like, wow, this guy's gonna fuck some batters up because they just been looking
Yeah.
at a regular overhand pitcher for fucking like 7 innings or 6 innings, and we're just gonna huck Simber out there for 1.5 innings or something like that, and he's gonna come throw this fucking underarm fucking shit that, I mean, it's up and in. It's up and in. Every pitch is
he's
up
got
and
a
in.
weird underarm.
And he throws submarine, but at every pitch is like it's coming at your head
Nice.
from down low. It's not coming.
it's so weird.
It is weird, and it's got to just fuck the hitters up.
Oh, totally.
So I mean, he probably gets one out just on how
Nice.
much he fucks hitters up.
What were his stats before the Jays? Is he a good?
I'm not
good
sure.
player? I don't know.
I didn't. I have no idea who he was.
I didn't know either.
But the internet community was happy to see some pitching coming in, and people weren't even really that bummed about Tellez
No, they
going.
weren't. They weren't
And
super
Tellez was a fan favorite.
Well, because that new pitcher, who the fuck is Johnson or something, or that it was like one of the guys they just got. He's got gray hair. He came from Milwaukee. He came from the Brewers. He had an outing last game and he fucking pitched great.
Yeah.
It was like exactly what the Jays need.
Nice.
If the offense is firing on all cylinders, they better have a guy like that can come in and shut it fucking down. You know what I mean? Like it's
Awesome.
yeah, it's just something that you need to see. And it's something they've been lacking. And it's kind of like if they got some depth at first base, like Vladdy and Tellez,
Yeah.
trade your depth for some fucking weakness. You know, and then kind of fill your balance. All about balance.
Very true.
You know, and
I think I'm getting kind of nervous with that Nate Pearson kid. He seems kind of injury prone.
oh yeah, that's that
He seems
pitcher.
kind of
eh?
injury prone, and he seems like he can't fucking control his fucking shit.
Yeah, no.
When it counts, and it's like
Yeah.
the only problem is that like when any major sport, you got to face major league competition
Yeah.
to get used to playing in the major leagues.
Yeah.
But if you can't produce, they'll send you back down.
And it doesn't matter. Yeah.
And then so you can be hot in the minors, but if you come up to the show and you can't fucking deliver, and you're a number, he was number one. He was like the number one of like everybody.
Is it like hockey where the pitchers take longer to develop? I feel like the baseball development is
I
way
don't know,
quicker
man.
than
These
hockey.
fucking kids, they're like a name. Or we saw like a Steven
Strasburg.
Steven
Strasburg,
Strasburg,
yeah.
easy for you to say. Coming in, like I mean, these guys are coming in, but he had control.
Yeah, it's true.
He had the velocity, and he was like a fucking kid throwing like 99, 100. And then of course, like them all. I think if you want to be a pitcher, you should immediately be like, if you like, do you really want to be a pitcher? Then go get Tommy John surgery right now, so you don't miss a fucking year of your career.
and go get preemptive.
Because you're gonna have to get it anyway. Because if you're throwing 103, and it's probably what gonna happen to Nate Pearson. I guarantee you, if not by this year, by next year, that kid's going down with Tommy John.
I actually already thought that's what he was doing this year, was getting Tommy John.
Is it?
I know he's injured pretty badly with the throwing shoulder, so I thought maybe he was already elected to do
The
that.
Jays IR has been like healthily fucking stopped
Yeah.
for so long. You lose track
That's
of
right. That's fair point.
fucking who's
well, let's get
doing
a
what.
fact check.
and-
Let's get a fact check on that one, please.
You know what? I'm gonna pass
Shoot
that fact
one.
check on to Shrootsy. Tell us what's
check.
going on with Nate Pearson.
Yeah.
bud.
Please shoot one. We don't know, and we're not going to look it up either.
Yeah.
Do you know what we do know? Loki is awesome.
Loki is awesome.
Loki is
Spoilers,
so
major
awesome.
spoilers.
All of the spoilers.
Holy
We're coming
shit.
at you with spoilers right now. Because right off the fucking bat, all hail Mobius.
All hail Mobius.
Welcome
All
back.
hail Mobius.
Welcome
Spoilers-
back.
Spoilers at 102:58. All right, Wheels. When you write that fucking blog.
Yeah, we'll do boss.
Okay,
we'll do,
102. Because I know Danny Bates is going to be like, I was listening and I had to rewind and I had to fast forward and I had to rewind. And then I started hearing spoilers and I had to fucking just shut the episode off and rewind a bunch of times because nobody fucking told me.
Well, you could just watch the episode when it comes out like everybody.
And
Oh,
he could-
Danny's a
and
little bit behind. I think he's still on WandaVision.
Danny
so
could just read the blog too.
I don't know. I haven't seen Dan in like a week. So I'll
Danny
have to
Bates,
ask
we
him.
love you, but you can read the blog, and usually the last thing I write about is this or any MCU issue because that's what we talked about last, and it's the last thing on the blog.
If you have a free hour, watch an episode of a show.
Also, but he's got to watch Winter Soldier first.
I don't
Yeah.
really think
Yeah.
that he needs to watch those shows in chronological order.
Okay, well, I guess not. But like,
But
well,
maybe-
we don't know that for
yeah.
sure because there's still fucking one
That's
episode
right.
left.
Okay, yeah, one more episode. Yes, yes. Oh,
It's gonna be so awesome.
gonna be so good.
So good.
Man, like, can you believe what the fuck is happening? Like, when I was already excited for the alligator Loki and the kid Loki and the boastful Loki and the old man Loki who's like wise beyond his years and he's, he was probably I think my favorite character on that episode because
he's so awesome.
old man Loki is like been around. He's like 68 years old.
Yeah.
He's realized
He's already done
that he's
everything.
fucked up his whole life.
Yeah.
And there's nothing he can do about it.
Yep.
You know?
Can I take you through the timeline of Justin and I's conversation?
Yeah,
Of
I want to hear it. So wait,
my
just,
drunken elation. So
just to clarify what we're talking about here.
This is our drunk 2:30 in the morning group chat about Loki.
yeah, okay. So it's July 7th, 2021 at 1:31 a.m. I say, "Are you watching Loki?" Justin, 1:50. I did, yes. Me at 1:52 a.m. I got 12 minutes left. Holy fucking Lokis and Mobius. I won't keep you up, LOL. Had to shout that out because I wanted to tell someone. And then Justin's like, right, they're everywhere. And then me, 1:53 a.m. Croc Loki's kind of a douche. and then Justin at 1:51 a.m. Yep, with the crying, laughing, and then you sent me and that's where the conversation ended. That's how the drug. I was so excited, but I was like, I can't put that on the main shit because Tyson will see it. I don't want to spoil that shit.
Yeah.
I was like, I have to say something to somebody right now.
And then when you fly on the group chat, like the pod group chat, Tyson, you need to watch Loki as soon as humanly possible.
Yeah.
And I'm at like a fucking wildlife park with my family or something, and I'm like, holy shit, I better get some AAAs for that Amazon
Maybe
fucking.
I can watch like 10 minutes. Right?
No, I'm like, I gotta get some. I had the Amazon fucking Fire TV stick that I bring on to hotels because I can just plug it in.
Yeah,
It's like $30, and then you can get your fucking Disney Plus. Or whatever.
Had you eaten yet?
I hadn't eaten yet, and I also forgot the AAAs, so I never got to watch it. That's why I didn't watch it till the other night.
Because I was gonna say, like, if that was me in that situation, I would have. If we had just eaten, like, say, lunch. Oh, Katie, this shit is fucking me. I have to
I gotta
take
go
a shit.
sit, yeah.
I can at least pound out like 10 minutes on
Yeah.
the fucking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to be taking a shit.
Yeah, he's like,
Just
why
be
are you bringing your headphones? Like,
Yeah.
no reason.
Whatever.
I like to listen to music.
Yeah.
Soothing fucking music soothes me.
Listen to a pod. There's a new Ron Burgundy pod. I'm gonna listen to it while I take a shit.
That Ron Burgundy QAnon pod was amazing.
It was so funny, right?
funny.
Yeah, it's been a good season.
Pretty good. Yeah.
So I did watch it, you know, last night. I think it was last night I watched it, and yeah, that was because I was already excited to see those Lokis, and then when he opens the bomb shelter, and there's like clearly a
Lokis.
and
Yeah,
Lokis.
bunch of Lokis.
But there's also Tom Hiddleston Loki, who's
Yeah.
like went for president or something because he's got like the fucking Loki badge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, what's the deal with? I want to know.
Yeah.
What's the deal with? Because so far, all the Lokis haven't looked like Tom Hiddleston.
Yes.
They've all been a different variation,
Yeah.
but that one looked just like him. So why?
It's because they're all different variants. They all have they're all different timeline, which I thought was so badass when Loki first gets there and he finds the four, I guess, with
Yeah.
Croc Loki, douche Loki. He's like,
Douche
oh.
Loki.
And then she's like, no, we're Lokis. We have to do something. We always have a plan. It's like, yeah, the plan's stay alive. It's like, that's not a plan.
That's not a
It's like-
plan.
and then the kid pulls the fucking weirdo Link fucking dagger out.
Yeah.
And he's like, he says, we're attracting attention from fucking Roman Reigns up there,
Yeah.
the big dog, and then he's like, well, what was your Nexus moment, Your Majesty? He's like, I killed Thor.
Yep.
And he's
You're
just
like,
a kid.
Whoa.
Yeah. So he killed.
Whoa.
So he killed Thor as a kid,
Yeah.
and alligator Loki ate the wrong cat.
That fucking okay because when Black Loki, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to just call him Black Loki. I don't know what his story was. I can't remember his story, but when he's
Boastful
like
Loki.
he ended boastful Loki, even better. When he's like, yeah, and then they ended up with all 6 Infinity Stones, and then they just show the Krog. He's like, brrr. And then it like attacks the guy, and I'm like, that's when I was like, fuck this Krog. Who the fuck is this guy?
Krog Loki.
With his little tiny Loki.
Just get all bombed in his little kiddie pool.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just shooting wine, and then Kid Loki's drinking a fucking grape juice box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, this episode, as we said before, was, I mean, this is up there with anything I've seen Marvel movie wise.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah,
yes, for sure.
it busted everything open.
It was like 40, what was that episode? Like 49 minutes or
Yeah,
something?
something like that. Yeah, yeah. Mhm.
That was some of the best 49 minutes of superhero shit I've seen since Zack Snyder's Justice League.
It's good shit. It's good shit.
Yeah, that blew shit right open. When you start seeing like multiple, like now you're like, well, I want to see other
Yeah.
Thors, and I want to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
other Captain Americas, because boastful Loki says I killed Captain America, and then I killed Thor, and I killed Iron Man,
That's
and
it,
then I
yeah.
got all the Infinity Stones,
Yeah.
and you're like, whoa, who the fuck are these? Like, I want to meet.
Do you think maybe this guy, like, just on a side note, do you think boastful Loki could have maybe when they went back in time to get all the fucking Infinity Stones, do you think he kind of could have popped in there and
Absolutely.
because he would have known he would have known all the stones are going to be in this fucking place.
No.
He just shows up and kills everyone.
He
That's
could've-
immediately what I thought of.
That's entirely possible. In one branch, you could have done that for sure.
I was like, did he just pop out of Ant-Man's fucking time machine and just kill them all? like,
Killed
like
all
holy
of them.
shit.
Take all the Infinity Stones, like,
Oh, also speaking of Ant-Man, as we're going into the lair and they do that pan shot down, is that like an Ant-Man Loki?
it's Frog Thor.
Well, okay, that was Frog Thor.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
Frog.
so that because his hammer was buried down there too.
Yeah.
yeah, Thor's hammer was.
Because
there.
I was like,
did
what
see
the
that.
fuck? I was like, is Ant-Man there? I was like, did Ant-Man get trapped?
No, it's
somehow?
Frog Thor.
That was Frog Thor? Okay, I'll have to go back and watch
Jeez,
it.
that means there's Frog Loki. You know, like that means
Well,
there's
there's
Frog.
alligator Loki or Croc Loki. So that's,
Yeah.
that's probably
That's Frog
that's
Thor.
probably like the variants or
Oh,
like
okay.
the, yeah.
Fucking
Yeah, alligator
crazy, man.
Loki probably
Like,
trapped Frog
it-
Thor.
At some point, there's just going to be nowhere to go with this shit because they just keep going bigger, and it's
I've
awesome.
No idea where they're gonna. Yeah.
Well,
But,
this
like,
is
it's-
so
But they planned this.
They made
Like-
a giant cloud cool. They made a cool cloud.
Like the Eternals,
It's
the
pretty hard
Eternals
to
is
do
gonna,
that.
the Eternals will factor in here
Oh, I'm
because
sure they will. Yeah.
the opening of the Eternals trailer, it's like for however long
Yeah.
we have stood by and not done anything, but now we have no choice, and like for millennia, you know, like it's literally like the TVA. We've just done nothing except for make sure everything
Yep.
stays.
Just the way it's supposed to go. Yep.
do we still think Miss Minutes is
I think it's actually going to be like another Loki variant.
she's fucking in on it?
I think she, yeah, I
And she
absolutely think
could,
she's-
you know,
yeah,
she could be a Loki variant. It
maybe
could be the
she's-
whole damn thing is
maybe-
Loki
yeah,
variants,
maybe
except
she is a
for
Loki
It could
Yeah.
be, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be something. It's always something that no one thought of. There's a majillion fucking theories online. None
Yeah.
of them are right. ever.
So what we do know, Kang is maybe the man behind the curtain.
Maybe the man behind the curtain. Is
We know that what's her name,
Ravonna Renslayer, like the girl.
Ramona
Yeah.
Renslayer. Okay, so now I looked her up in the book. She's not in your book. She's not in the encyclopedia.
Okay.
But there is this princess because I looked up Kang.
Is it Princess Renslayer? Is that who it was in the book? Because she goes by Princess Renslayer in the comics.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
maybe that's who it is. Because I was like, well, there has to be
Yeah.
something. So I
That's-
read Kang's bio, and then I found, there was like his whatever his confidant or whatever,
it's
his
Ren-
butt
Ren-
buddy there.
It's the same thing. It's Renslayer. But yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
They probably
So
just switch it up a little bit in the movies or the TV
Sure.
show, just to be like so they could fit it in the TVA.
and then Olitho,
Elioth.
that's the
dog.
dog.
Elioth is the dog cloud.
Elioth. He's not in the book either, and neither is the TVA.
Oh, well,
There is, according to Reddit anyway, comics of the TV, like the TVA.
yeah, there is
exists in the
time variance
comics.
authority. And,
Yeah. Okay.
So like it does come, like everything comes from the comics, but
Yeah.
the way they write it, I don't think is Maybe like the Infinity Saga happened in the I don't know. But the way they
Maybe that's the problem, is that this is all Infinity Saga, and this encyclopedia is based on
it is
comic
like-
only. So
Maybe, yeah, but maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure in the comics
It
there
is also like 10 years old. Sorry to interrupt
Yeah.
you. So there is probably been there's definitely been a bunch of shit.
oh, yeah, okay,
In one
yeah,
of the comics
absolutely,
since
sure,
after,
okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
All right, then, yeah.
But I think
that
there
makes sense.
has been in the past, like in the 80s or something, the Infinity Saga.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah.
Which is where the movies are based.
Okay.
You know, and I think that I don't know how closely they follow these comics. My cousin Neil would know more.
Right.
And that would be
Oh,
great.
is he that asshole?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
oh yeah, he knows all about this shit. He's that asshole that was talking all kinds of shit to me. You bet. Yeah.
Oh, was he shit talking you? No.
Oh yeah, of course he was.
Yeah.
No, he was shit talking me. What was
Oh,
it,
yeah.
last week or the
Oh,
week
yeah, yeah,
before?
you
We were
and
walking
me,
down
yeah.
here. He was giving me shit because I was the Leaf fan.
Oh yeah,
It's deserved. It's deserved.
Yeah.
He's right. He's not wrong.
yeah,
He's certainly not wrong.
yeah. But
Just
yeah,
like
that-
Loki's not wrong.
yeah.
Nobody's not
If
wrong.
Loki's
Loki's
not
wrong, I don't want to be right.
Yeah.
And he's becoming good. So like what like you know,
he's getting a
but,
conscience
But who does he
now.
betray? Because he'll always betray somebody. And it is he won't. I don't think he's gonna betray Sylvie. I think he loves Sylvie.
I would fucking hate if he did.
Yeah,
Sylvie's
I-
the best character on that
'Cause
show.
I think that
ending
they
battle
love each
scene-
other.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that they love each
absolutely.
other.
Absolutely.
I think there's a
actually-
thing there.
I actually think she betrays him.
Yeah.
I don't think he betrays. I think if anyone betrays anybody, it'll be her.
No, he cares
It'll
too
be.
much for
It'll
her.
be. I think it'll be her or it'll be Mobius that betrays.
I don't.
Do you
Mobius
think-
is
do you-
not going to betray.
Do you think Mobius is a Loki?
That's
No.
entirely possible. But he could be because there's Lokis that don't look like Loki, or like Tom
No.
Hiddleston. So he could be a Loki variant.
I don't think so. But
You don't think
I'm just
so?
going to put that out there. No, I don't think so. I think Mobius is a guy, and I think that he's a variant, like we all said.
Yes.
He's been brought in, and I think maybe he has something to do with the greater overarching story that's happening
Sure.
that he's unaware of, and maybe the TVA has been like, whoa, we got to stop that shit or something. But I don't know what he is, but I don't think he's bad. I don't think Sylvie's bad. I think that
It's not that she's bad. It's just she's a Loki. And
She's
so
a
we
Loki,
saw
yeah.
that in the scene where like all those Lokis come because boastful Loki sold them out, and then the people he sold out to sold him out, and then the other people
Yeah.
sold out their leader guy.
And then
Everybody sold everybody out, and then there's like kind of a great. You see Loki kind of doing like a little cha-cha, trying to get out of that fucking
And I
gigantic Loki
The,
fight.
the only reason I think that Sylvie might be the one that betrays Loki is because she makes mention of him, like once they take down the TVA, him ruling a world. That's the only reason I think that. Well, why would she bring that up? Like she's planning that in his head, so maybe that's what she wants to do.
That's interesting.
Maybe.
it's maybe she,
She's definitely pissed off enough because of getting kidnapped.
I think
but-
she's the most powerful Loki.
Oh, absolutely.
You know,
for sure.
but she
yeah,
just-
because she can enchant, which I think is a big,
and she's teaching him.
yeah,
Yeah.
which is awesome. It's so awesome. And then everything stops, and then they just walk
Walk into the window.
And-
because
and you're-
the guy's he's got to be there. That's got to be the opening scene
Yeah.
of the last episode. Is the fucking guy,
yeah,
whether it's Kane or somebody
that-
else?
yeah, another
That-
Loki.
That whole Kang the Conqueror. Somebody on Reddit was pointing out like the colors in the sky are the same colors that Kang is.
Yeah.
They're purple and green. Yeah, for sure.
And he is gonna be. He is a villain in an upcoming movie.
Yeah, so it's not like a Mephisto thing where like he isn't like Castor and nobody knows who he is in the movies. He's actually going to be in a movie, like it's happening.
Which movie is he gonna be in?
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Okay, yes,
Blah,
that's
blah,
right.
blah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Kang Conqueror's gonna be Ant-Man. Okay,
He's in the third Ant-Man movie.
Okay.
But yeah,
Can't
but
wait
he
for
is
that.
coming. He is happening. So
I
they
can't
could
wait for all this
absolutely-
shit.
yeah.
All of it. Oh, I can't wait because it's coming, and you know it's coming.
And imagine Phase 4 ends, and Phase 4 is probably like 8 movies, and the TV shows, which I don't know if are technically part of Phase 3 or not. But anyway,
No, it's Phase 4. On
It's Phase 4.
Disney Plus, they have WandaVision is the beginning of Phase,
Phase
4.
4.
Yeah,
Okay, which is like, I mean, like fucking did Marvel? Can Marvel see the future? And did they know there was a pandemic coming? Because it seems like they released fucking 3 TV shows, bang, bang, bang,
Yeah.
exactly when we
Well,
needed them, and then they released a fucking movie exactly when the fucking everything was gonna go back to
Wow.
theaters. So, you know,
Yeah, they fucking did.
yeah, they just
Whoa.
fucking. It's like every. Everybody was like, what are we going to do? We're losing money. And Marvel's like, no, we got like these 3 TV shows lined up that are going to be exactly the time length of the fucking lockdown. And then as soon as the lockdown's over, we're going to release this fucking movie.
Oh my God.
And then we got 3 more movies and 4 more shows after that.
Which are conveniently placed exactly when the lockdown's over,
Yep.
and we can go back to theaters and watch them.
Yeah, it's true.
And they'll also be available on the streaming service, which we have conveniently put all our shit on right when there was a lockdown.
And Black Widow is awesome. Just so
Whoa! Disney Plus is behind the fucking coronavirus. Maybe it was like Disney Plus and fucking and Netflix, and they were like, yeah, because we got shit too, because like Netflix bombed out with that fucking Tiger King shit early.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But then Netflix would like was just like, no, but watch this, dude. And they just press a button, and it's just like, you fucking bang,
kinds
bang,
of-
bang, WandaVision winners, and they're just like, how did you do that? What the hell? We don't have new shit.
Yeah,
Where'd
what
you
the
get
fuck?
new shit?
Nobody wants another.
Where did we get new
season
shit?
of-
It's almost like we own an entire theme park that's the size of a city.
And we finished filming it before there was any problems with filming.
Or we just didn't care. We didn't have Tom Cruise on our set yelling at people.
Yeah.
Which I saw fucking Mission Impossible, quick side note, got shut down
Yeah,
because of coronavirus.
yeah.
And I feel sorry for that poor bastard.
Apparently, it was his fault this time.
Oh,
Was it Tom Cruise? Oh.
Do you think he's yelling in the mirror at himself?
I don't know.
No, he's probably at one of
not.
those Scientology eyes wide shut fucking sex parties with the long nose masks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, probably having a great time.
Capes. You don't wear a cape to a sex party, man. That's weird.
Oh, man.
Unless you're Loki.
Unless you're Loki, and then you do whatever you want because
Yep.
you're fucking Loki.
So we got a great, very
Did you see all-
cinematic fight scene.
Did you see all the kind of like the Easter eggy shit with like it's like real conspiracy government shit, like the boat, like the big giant battleship? I figured you wouldn't know what that was.
I don't know.
Yeah, what was that?
The Eldridge SS or USS Eldridge.
I did.
You've never heard of that one? It's the boat that apparently was created or constructed in World War II. And the like conspiracy theory is that like the U.S. government developed cloaking technology,
Really?
and that boat fucking disappeared.
What?
Yeah, and like nobody knows where it is. So that was just like a little Easter egg of that. And there's also the Polybius like arcade game that apparently was another like U.S. You know about that one?
I know of that. Yeah.
Like it's like a U.S. government kind of control.
Polybius?
Yeah,
game?
it's
so
called
there-
Polybius.
Okay, so in like the 70s, late 70s, there started to be this, like, it was right when like Pong and everything was starting
Okay.
to take off and
Sure.
in pubs and bars,
Yeah.
and whatever. So there was a pub in like Oregon or something that had this game called Polybius, and people would play it, and it was like it would start fucking with their head, and then they would always have to be playing this game. Like they would just be there like constantly playing this fucking
Right.
game, and then random men in black suits would show up and fucking hook a like a device up to it and be there for a few seconds, presumably downloading something in the 70s to this tablet of some kind, and then or some kind of something. I
Right.
can't say if it was a computer or not because it was the 70s, and then they would just fuck off, and eventually they for whatever reason they got what they're looking for or whatever. Every cabinet of that game, Polybius, vanished.
Gone.
Can't find one.
Really?
Gone.
It's in the void, but it's all in the void.
So maybe that's in the void where Loki is.
It's absolutely in the void.
Yeah, eh?
That's all in the void. Yeah.
But yeah, for whatever reason, it just vanished, and no one can find one. You can't find. If you look it up on the internet, you'll find a bunch of bullshit on it, but you'll never find
No. The actual
the
cabinet.
unit itself.
Wow.
Yeah, so I just thought those were cool, like real world
That is
kind
pretty
of
cool.
Easter eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that. I just thought like, oh, these poor fucking sailors.
Yeah, I thought for sure
lot
you'd
of
know
shit-
about the USS Eldridge. Right?
A lot of shit in Loki, like even I saw a Reddit post where a guy's like, yeah, there was a bridge collapse in my hometown in the 1800s, and I caught that in like a screen, like a passing screen, where they were looking at the apocalypses, and it
Whoa.
was like a quick split second.
Oh,
They did a
whoa,
screen
yeah.
frame, and it was like the exact date, the exact time, the exact place
Oh, cool.
of that apocalypse, which was
Oh
like
yeah,
a
I
huge-
remember. Yeah, when they're like going through all the apocalypses and they're yeah.
Yeah, it was
There's
like when they were
specific
doing
events.
that,
Totally, yeah.
somebody screen capped.
Yeah.
Like that's my hometown. That's the bridge collapse that happened 100 years ago.
Shit.
But Loki had that shit.
Yeah.
Like
That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah, there's definitely I
there's
think
real life.
yeah, there's definitely real life like events that
Apocalypse is.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, they did. They were
They
at
did
the
Pompeii.
fucking yeah.
They did Pompeii.
Yeah. Fuck, this show, man.
So
This
good.
show, this series, this company,
Yep.
this guy, the guy who's like the comic. He takes the
Feige.
shit. Yeah,
Kevin
Feige.
Yep.
Which is like the
God
brain.
bless this guy.
Yeah, God bless that guy.
How old is he?
All of the he's like
40 is.
He's in his 40s? Okay, so lots of time.
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of time.
Yeah.
You got like 30 more years of shit to get out of this guy.
you could
Yeah.
pump this guy for 30 more years of stuff.
This guy's like a good Vince Russo. Like,
Dude,
can you imagine
yeah.
if Vince Russo was good and smart?
Yep.
Dude, this guy's got to get a protege like now.
Oh, he's got tons.
Like, no, this guy has to get one
Like the giver.
protege.
Like the giver.
Not like here's a bunch of guys I mentor. A protege.
One person that you take into like
here's
the
how we-
archive room.
Yeah, and you're like, here's how we handle our business, and here's how we do shit. And the reason you're here is because I think that you can handle it.
I
And-
1,000% think he's already got that.
Oh, you fucking better, because that guy is the future of cinema.
One kid. One
kid.
fucking Charlie Bucket.
Yeah, one fucking
Fucking-
one kid who's like 18. He's just turned 18.
Yeah.
Or he's like 17 and a half, and he's like, you want a job here? It's fucking 6
Yeah.
months away, bud.
You like comics? Just I got some.
Probably met him like he's probably working like a summer job in a comic store.
Yeah.
And he was like, he just walked in and he's like, hey, I'm looking for, then it's like, you know, you really wouldn't want that. You probably want to start at this and this. And it's like,
Yeah, you know, that's if I was Kevin Feige, that's where I go.
how would you like to leave your family and earn millions? And the kid's like, yeah, this fucking job sucks, dude.
Yeah, I make fucking
And it's
millions.
like, you're coming with me, boy. And it's like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
You're not, well,
Who are you?
You're not going to rate me, are you? Oh, no. All right, just don't fucking rate me, dude.
Me
Or at least
scoozy,
drug
me
me first.
scoozy, me scoozy.
It was the cartoon mouse in the limousine.
you know, the sucky thing about that is like that would be the exact right way to go about finding a successor or a protege.
That's exactly right.
The
yeah.
problem is every comic book nerd in the world would know who Kevin Feige is. So they'd be like, whoa, man, are you? And they'd be like, yeah. Like, ah, sweet.
That's very true. He's the most famous. Like
He's Iron.
Not
He's
in
as
front of
famous
the
as Iron
camera.
Man. Everybody knows who Kevin Feige is.
I don't know what he fucking looks like.
Yeah, okay.
I've never like
Okay.
Googled him up.
you know who
I
he
almost
is.
don't even want to. I don't want to fucking jinx him. I don't
Yeah,
want to
yeah, I don't wanna
like. I
jinx
Google
him.
him and then like the next movie sucks.
Yeah, and you're like, what the
And I'm
fuck?
like, fuck,
And-
it's my fault. Oh, no.
Shit. Yeah.
Because
don't do that.
I got into Soundgarden as a youngster, and as soon as I got into them, they fucking broke up. And I was like, oh, it's a curse. It's me.
And you're like, thank God for Audio
you
Slave.
do not Google Kevin Feige.
No, I'm gonna stay away from him. Don't get a Funko Pop
Yeah.
Feige in here,
No,
all right? No
not-
Funko
no.
Feiges.
Yeah.
No.
All right, another shot at Big Whitney.
Cheers.
Down,
To Loki.
down the gullet. To
Loki.
Loki.
To Marvel.
To
To
Marvel.
To Marvel.
Thank you, Kevin Feige.
Watch Black Widow.
Yeah, watch everything. Watch everything.
It's ridiculous how good. And then the cohesion is what's so impressive.
Yeah,
It
the acting, like I said, like the acting, the writing, the visual effects in this fucking show alone.
It's to the point where like you guys sent me that trailer of the Marvel What If, where it's just an animated cartoon, which is probably going to be fucking incredible to watch. There's alternate timelines of different Thors, different Captain Americas.
Yeah.
Like what happens if Captain America is actually Agent Carter?
Yeah.
You know, and I hate how in that she says I'm Captain Carter. I just wanted her to say Captain America, but
I wanted to say Captain Britain because that's a
okay.
character in the
Oh
comics.
yeah. But anyway, so I was like, ugh, different actors voicing them, like for there's
Yeah.
6 actors or something that aren't going to voice their actual roles. I'm pretty sure Chris Hemsworth is voicing Thor in the animated thing.
Well, they did. Seth Green did just confirm that he's Howard the Duck. So I suspect that there will probably be a lot of other actors that are unannounced that will kind of like.
You
Robert
could
Downey
hear
Jr.
it.
is absolutely not there.
Yeah, you could hear it when Iron Man, like when the Stark bomb goes off.
Yeah.
But then, who's the
Are you
Warmonger or who's the guy?
Are you talking about Jeff Bridges?
No.
Oh, Captain America, like Warman, and then
In the What If,
in What If?
is that
I think-
Warmonger that shows up and throws the bomb away?
I think it's actually supposed to be like Steve Rogers in like the 40s. He's like in a proto Iron Man suit with
No.
Captain Carter. Sorry,
No. When Tony Stark's like in fucking Afghanistan or whatever, like in the
it's-
first movie.
oh, it's Killmonger.
Yeah, Killmonger.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
what did
Killmonger,
I
yeah.
say? Warmonger. Okay, so
Killmonger.
Killmonger.
But it's
I was close.
It's the same guy. It's him.
Yeah, so
It's Michael
that's
B.
the same.
Jordan. It's
yeah,
Michael
that's
B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Jordan.
Yeah.
But you can tell in that scene, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not Robert Downey
That's
Jr.'s
true. But that
voice.
was the only scene in the trailers that I noticed that it wasn't the same voice. And I think
It's not going to be the Spider-Man's not going to be the same in all this. And I think, but Chris Hemsworth, you could tell that was Chris Hemsworth.
yeah, absolutely, you could tell. Yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, so Eric's talking about the continuity when he talks about DC Universe. There's no continuity. There's no
I think
stability.
there's a pass for a cartoon. I think you give a pass on a cartoon.
Yeah.
Because it's still going to be Thor's face, right? Like,
all I mean is like that's the standard that we expect.
yeah, absolutely.
Is
absolutely.
that like even something that's an animated show? We're like, what the fuck?
I think
Why isn't it the voices?
I will say every animated show since like Marvel started making movies, you can hear that every actor in those shows is trying to do a fucking impression of like whatever actors in the MCU.
Okay.
Do you think, and that's for the better for you, or?
I think so.
I just think it's them trying to be like kind of continuity wise. It's continuity.
But does that take it away from it for you, though, personally?
Not so much. Not so much. No.
Okay, because as long as you're not sitting there being like, dude, you're trying too hard.
Dude, that what if show that looks so amazing.
Yeah,
It does look
yeah,
awesome.
it does.
And
I didn't even care that it wasn't Robert Downey Jr.
Exactly. And I think at this point we can give Marvel a pass.
Yeah,
They've given us
Yeah.
quite a bit of continuity. They've given
I
us,
know-
like 15 years of continuity?
Yeah,
something like that.
but that's
Yeah.
the thing though. Is like that's where like my first place my brain went there was like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? It's not the same actors. Some of them.
Yeah.
But that's fucking a little bit shitty.
Yeah.
Because that's the kind of shit you expect from Marvel. You don't expect them to half-ass something like
Yeah,
that.
Yeah.
And I don't mean it's half-assed.
Yeah,
I
sure.
just mean like, if for whatever reason, Robert
can't-
Downey Jr. is just like, fuck it, I'm not doing that.
can't
or-
afford- We can't
Is
pay
that
him.
what he said? Was he like,
no, I don't know. But
Okay.
You can't pay him like $100 million.
or he's just like, no, I don't want to do that. Or I
voiceover for
did
10
Iron Man.
hours.
I'm done with it. I
Sure.
don't want to do it again or whatever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Even though in like 2 or 3 years he's gonna have to make a fucking hey,
Yeah,
I'm
he'll
back.
probably
And,
show up.
He's going to have to come in and make a
and-
snarky comment.
well, no, he's gonna show up and it's gonna be fucking massive. A whole like you're talking about the roof blowing off of things. That's gonna blow the roof off of like every cinema in the world.
Yeah.
When
absolutely.
Robert Downey Jr. shows back up like 3 years, it's not gonna be for now.
Yeah,
It's gonna
yeah,
be in like
yeah.
phase 8.
Yeah.
And that's when he's going to come back, and everyone's going to forgot about him.
getting
Everyone's gonna be
old, man. You
thinking
better
about
hurry
him.
the fuck up.
Yeah, he's going to be old man Iron Man. It's going to be like an alternate universe Iron Man.
I'm just saying, because in real life, Robert Downey Jr. has had a bad drug and alcohol problem, so he could carry Fisher
No,
almost at any moment. You
No
you
way.
think he's better now? He's got the
he could
special
relapse.
Hollywood.
He
That
does.
guy-
Is he one of the people eating the children? Is that what he does?
dude, that
Is he one
guy's
of
got
those?
the
I thought they
adrenochrome.
all did it. They all
Dude,
did
that
it.
guy-
Yeah, that's why he's able to play Iron Man, and it was like
That guy's
I'm
got the
assuming they all do it.
adrenochrome straight into the veins every day, man. That's it's fucking
He's
straight
doing
in
the
there.
Tai Chi and the fucking kickboxing.
Oh,
and
dude.
the MMA.
Or that whole fucking every scene where he had a fucking nuclear reactor in his chest wasn't special effects.
Kevin Feige just put a fucking no, I'm okay.
I need a beer, please.
He just put a battery into Robert Downey Jr.'s heart.
Mead wench, bring me a mead.
Another. When we get back, we'll talk about like predictions for the finale.
All right, well, let's talk about it right now.
We can do it. Yeah, me and
talk
you.
about it
Yeah,
right
let's
now.
do it. So, what do you think is going to happen in the finale?
Okay, I still think, and I know I've said this since the very beginning of Loki,
Yes.
and I'm growing less confident as every episode goes by. I still think we're gonna get a major cameo,
What would be like a major cameo?
like I
somebody
mean,
that's
like a
already in there?
Marvel actor, like somebody that's in the movies that we know.
Well, Sif was in it. Like Lady Sif was in like 2 episodes.
No, I mean a major cameo,
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
like a main character,
Yeah, like a Thor. You still
like a
think
Thor
Thor's-
is what I mean. Thank you, Daniels.
Thor
Thank you
up,
for
yeah.
the strong bow.
Thor could very much show up. Absolutely.
I think that we're gonna get a Thor, and I think it's gonna be. It could be a variant Thor. It
be a
could be
variant Thor,
like
could
a
be a
Thor
variant Thor.
that's not the same actor, but it's still Thor.
Oh, that would be super hilarious if it was like another Hemsworth. It wasn't
Like
like
it would
Chris.
be in the same vein as, and it will go in passing. It'd be in the same vein as the variant Quicksilver, who's just like Dick Boner or whatever the fuck his name is.
Big
Or whatever the fuck. It was just a dick joke,
Yeah.
which was like I was really like multiverse. This is
I was-
awesome and all
yeah.
this shit. But I think it's. I think we're gonna see. We're gonna see a Thor in the last. That's my prediction.
That's another reason why I think it could be Kang at the end, just because they already played the multiverse kind of trick with Dick Boner. I don't know if they do that fucking. I don't know if they do that joke again, where like
No, I think it absolutely has to be
dickheads.
Kang because he is already cast in another movie.
Yeah.
And but I think with me, it's like there will be Kang, and then there will be something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually
Now-
think there will be like evil Loki, and then there will be Kang. Like I think if there is Kang, it's like a final reveal or like a post credits scene with like
What
Kang.
What about evil Thor? But it's Chris Hemsworth.
That'd be pretty cool if it was
Like,
evil.
but
Thor.
he's behind it. He's evil as fuck.
That would be
What
really
if it's the fucking X-Men, dude?
Oh,
why
What
the
if it's fucking Dr. Xavier?
Why
Fucking
would Dr. Xavier want to ruin time?
okay, he's not ruining time. This whole thing has been a hallucination in Loki's head
What the fuck?
because Professor S can do that.
You just hear that shit from like the
Inception.
first movie when Wolverine's running. He's like, "Where are you going?
Where are you
Yeah.
going?
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Where are you going?
Where are you going?
What are you doing?
Where are you going?
It's a soft British voice. You have to listen.
What are you doing?
I fucking hated that scene. I
Man.
love those movies. I hate.
You don't like that scene? You don't?
No,
Like that?
because it's like
Where are you running?
the way.
Where are
yeah,
you going?
Where are you
What
going?
doing?
It's, that one always stands out for me. Where are you going?
Right.
Patrick
And-
Stewart is amazing.
He is.
He is amazing.
So right now I'm going to ask you a question because there's going to be X-Men, and that's probably going to be the phase after this.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be mutants and alternate timelines because the mutants are going to come from an alternate timeline where
Right.
there's
Yeah.
mutants
Yeah.
now.
I actually think the mutants are going to come after the Eternals, or because
Okay.
of the Eternals, because they're kind of
Okay.
like ancient alien, kind of like.
Yeah.
like-
So they're going to bring like the
I think
mutant thing.
they'll
and-
they'll be responsible for
Okay.
mutants happening in the world. Yeah.
Okay, but are the mutants going to happen in our timeline? Or are they going to have existed since forever?
I think
we're going to get like Wolverine through the World War One and World War Two and all
fucking
that
hope so.
How
That'd be
have
amazing.
mutants not appeared at all?
because they didn't want them
they,
to.
They
yet.
weren't. Yeah, and they weren't.
Yet. Okay, see, if this was a fucking DC, it would have been like because they didn't want you to. That's why. But when you say it like that because it's Marvel, it's like because they didn't want you to see them yet.
Yet they weren't. That's not part of the story yet.
Fuck, 'cause I really want to see
I think the mutants are going to have a big.
the Hulk's gonna fight like fucking Gambit. Fucking
Oh, man.
like, dude.
Hulk versus Wolverine. That'd be awesome.
Hulk versus,
right,
Hulk versus anybody.
All right,
God damn it.
It's true.
Who's your actor for Wolverine? I know that's because he's the biggest X-Men. You know the X-Men.
I
That,
actually, I'm sure
Who's
you
your
guys,
actor?
I'm sure you guys will hate this, but I kind of don't mind the casting of Daniel Radcliffe.
that's my pick.
I kind of don't mind Harry Potter.
That's my pick, dude.
It's not because of Harry Potter. He does have a kind of like a baby face to him.
But he,
He does.
you know why he'd be good, and I'll tell you because he's
He's a great actor. I'll say that.
He's a great actor, and he could pull it off.
yeah.
He's the right height because Wolverine.
Wolverine is a short guy.
He's my
a
height.
short
He's a
Canadian.
little guy.
He's a short Canadian, just
He's
like you.
me. And Dan Radcliffe could pull it off with the makeup and the acting. And
Burns,
the
side
burns,
Yeah.
and I mean, he could put the American or the Canadian accent.
He could. Yeah.
He just have to get jacked up a little bit.
I think he could get jacked up.
He get
I
jacked
think
up.
get jacked. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Hollywood.
I mean-
he can fucking get jacked up.
The
For
only
fucking
reason,
like $100 million per movie, and boy, oh, we're gonna have you in some
Everybody
movies,
would
buddy.
get jacked up for
You want
100
to
million.
work? You
He's
want to
a-
work?
he's a big enough name that people would go, huh? Yeah, okay.
Sure. Yeah, I actually really like
Because
that. I really
because
like
I've
that.
seen Dan Radcliffe in almost every weird fucking movie he's made,
So good
and
in all those
everything has
weird
been
movies.
fantastic.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he made the movie where he becomes the devil,
Yeah.
and then he
That was so
influenced
good.
people
Yeah.
to be their worst selves. And the more that he does that, the bigger his horns grow. And every time he's around someone, they just sin and sin harder and
Absolutely.
sin harder. And he doesn't know what the fuck's going on.
Then he just gets super bored of it and he stops trying to do that.
Yeah. It's like and the movie where he's a dead body on an island that's
was-
alive
yeah,
somehow.
absolutely,
Like
yeah.
he does weird shit because he got the money to do it. He just do whatever the fuck he wants.
Also, I think he probably was like, I don't want to be Harry fucking Potter
Yeah.
the rest of my. I like having the kids come and be like Harry Potter, and you can be like, yeah, cool, but I don't want that like to be me.
He pokes fun at that because he hosted SNL and they did a skit where he's like a 45-year-old Harry Potter just hanging out at Hogwarts, and like all the new intake of students shows up and he's like, "Hey kids," and they're like, "Oh, Harry, you're here," and like his friends are like teachers there, but he's not. He just hangs out there for no reason.
He's like the would have been from fucking.
Is he all disheveled like he is in like
Oh
all
yeah,
those movies?
he's
now?
all fucked up, and he's just like, yeah, you remember like 20 years ago when I did this? That was the reason you're here. And they're like, yeah, we don't care, man. Like that was 20 years ago. And they're like, yeah, Harry, get a job. What the fuck? And Anyway, but it's actually him, and he's like, "Oh, but I'm Harry Potter." You know. Anyway, I would pick him for Wolverine because I think he could pull it off. And the only reason I say that is because of the same reason I think the Batman is going to be good with Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, me too.
Because I think we got to start giving these guys that have no business being.
If the sparkly vampire can be Batman,
it's Bruce
Harry
Willis
Potter
syndrome.
can be Wolverine.
You know,
because
because when Bruce Willis starred in Die Hard, he was a romantic comedy actor. Who then now became the biggest action star of fucking the 90s.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, after Schwarzenegger and Stallone and all that stuff.
Well, it's kind of a 1A, 1B, 1C, I would say. Yeah.
So, but like, you know,
If
Bruce Willis had no business.
neither did Schwarzenegger, he could barely speak English.
Dude, did
Exactly.
you ever watch Hercules in New York?
So bad.
That's the worst
So
movie
bad.
ever made. How that guy got another
Dude,
movie
he got
contract.
dubbed in Conan. It's not even his voice.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Hercules in New York?
No, I haven't seen that.
Dude.
So bad.
Go to How Did This Get Made?
Yeah.
It's one of the fucking
It's awesome. It's an awesome
like
podcast.
earliest shows, and
Okay.
it's fucking ridiculously funny because you don't even have to watch the movie; just listen to them talk about it. You're like, whoa,
It's amazing. It's super
it's
good.
so bad.
Did you watch the Zack
So-
Snyder's Justice League one?
Of How Did This Get Made?
No, you should.
No, I
It's
didn't.
good. You should.
Is that podcast with the league? Yeah.
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah.
That's
With
when
Andre and his wife and
Yeah.
and Rafi.
Yeah.
Jason Mantzoukas, man. I fucking love Jason Mantzoukas.
So good. He's so awesome.
What's up, jerks?
Yeah, what's up?
Shout us out. How does this get made?
Yeah. Okay, that's a great podcast.
Yeah.
Loki, fantastic.
Loki, awesome.
Hope they bring in X-Men.
But so what's your predictions for next episode? Final
Okay,
episode.
my next episode is we see Thor or a variant of Thor. We see Thor of some kind.
Okay.
What's your prediction?
Me, it's gonna be awesome. That's my fucking
Period.
prediction. It's gonna be fucking dope. Like,
That's a pretty.
Yeah.
You want to hang some balls in there, or you want to keep them ballless?
I mean, as far as cameos, that Thor showing up sounds the most feasible. I like how my brother, old Shrootsy there, was saying like this is going to lead into Doctor Strange. Maybe a Doctor Strange, probably not.
Maybe.
I don't know about cameos. I just feel like I'm not even concerned about a fucking cameo right now. I want to fucking know what's behind this TVA. I just want to know what's behind it and how it's either going to come down or be built up stronger. Because this Kang, hearing about this Kang guy, because I listened to a review show of it, and just the way they talk about the history, like this Kang guy is like next level.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he's like
He's
Thanos
he's the next
level.
Thanos for sure.
Which just quickly, what was with the helicopter that said Thanos? Was that like called something or just like?
In the 60s and 70s, comics were awful, and they just did every kind of goofy, silly idea they could come up with, and they thought of Thanos driving a helicopter.
Yeah, little did they know they would parlay that into a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
And it's amazing. People lost their freaking minds when they saw the Thanos helicopter.
Yeah, dude, I was like,
True,
"What
man.
is this
True, man.
helicopter?"
That was
shit?
like one of the biggest things on Twitter. Like, oh my god, Thanos helicopter!
Yeah, so maybe fucking Thanos, maybe a Thanos.
Maybe
Sure.
maybe it's
I think
Thanos fan.
it's going to be Thor. We're going to see a Thor or a variant of Thor, and or a cameo of significance. That's not just like a passing
if
cameo.
there's cameo, I think it's Kang.
Okay.
But I think it's going to be like evil Loki at the end.
Okay.
But
He's the main boss.
he's the
Mayor,
main. He's the main
Mayor Loki. But what the fuck would he be doing
He-
by the bomb shelter? Just like, hey, which one of you are you? Which one of us are you, or
he's
whatever?
ruling time. Okay. He rules time.
Okay, he rules time.
It's kind of what
Well,
he wants.
I guess we're
That's
gonna
all
see-
he wants to do is rule. So he rules time.
I simultaneously can't wait and also am bummed out because I mean that's kind of it.
Yeah, that's it for a while.
That's it
Well,
for a
I mean,
while.
we do get a movie, but it's just a movie.
Yeah.
See, that's why I like these series because it's like a movie. It's like a 6-hour movie broken up for you, right? And you got to watch it in installments.
Well, if you guys are down, I'm totally down to do What If again. I'm totally down to do What If if you want to
Sure.
do What If.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
whatever.
man.
Yeah, let's watch
Yeah,
that.
fuck yeah.
I'm down for What
We're
If for
we're
sure.
of course gonna
If
watch
the
that.
fucking
Yeah,
marble.
cool.
And by the way, like I said, I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, like about the like the fucking opening music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was such a good lead in from like the previously on Loki, and then they do the way the music synced in together, and that.
Absolutely.
It's
It's really good soundtrack. Really good.
I was like, oh, it's Loki. I'm jerking off right now. Everybody.
Excellent soundtrack. It's really awkward. It's very awkward.
Eric,
Just to the fucking opening theme.
Eric canceled the Wheels Blues Brazzers account. He's not paying for it.
I don't need it anymore. I just need
he's just
the episode 5 opening music of Loki. That's all I need anymore to finish.
like I love like the Loki where it's the letters all change and that music. But I also love like the deep like bam 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 bam.
Yeah.
And like when something bad's going on.
Yeah, totally.
I mean, the score is being praised online as much as the show is.
Of course, it's fantastic.
It is
and I
fantastic.
get excited when it's the friggin' Marvel logo before there's even anything to do with anything.
Yeah.
Yep.
So does Daniels now. And before, like fucking 6 months
Oh
ago,
man,
he'd be
I
like,
have seen the light. I've seen the light.
6 months ago, he's like, you guys picked the wrong franchise.
I have seen the Lord. And, well, I don't know if I picked the wrong franchise, but I definitely.
I know you
I
did.
definitely. No.
No, I mean 6 months ago, you would have said. You guys.
Yeah. I would have been like, yeah, you guys go see your Marvel movie. That's
Yeah, you guys have fun with that.
Go watch a movie based on the funny books there. That's fine. Even though my guy's a funny book guy too. But it's like, I can't believe I fucking slept on it. I just can't believe, because I had no identification with these characters at all. They were no part of my childhood whatsoever.
No.
Was it Wanda that kicked this off for you?
It was absolutely wonderful. Like I said before, it was because of Wanda, because we're in a pandemic. There's literally nothing else to do. I've already seen a couple of the movies. I mean, like, I got nothing else to do. Everybody's going to be watching this. I should fucking watch this. And it just got me to, okay, well, why did this happen? Why did this happen? What's the significance? What is sword? What is all this shit? So you start researching, like, oh, okay, cool. Now I can watch. Now I know when I watch the next episode, I'm gonna have a little bit more information, and I'm not gonna be overthinking. So when somebody shows up, I'm not going like, well, who's that? Well, why is that cool?
Yeah, who the fuck is that?
Like I don't give a fuck about this broad shit. Well, why I saw him die in a movie? Why is he here?
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about that shit. I'm thinking like, whoa. Okay, I know him.
Yeah.
Why is he?
Yeah.
How did he get brought? It's
Yeah.
so much positivity.
And then when you're watching Wanda, you're like, oh, the snap. They're back because
Yeah,
the snap
and
is
because
back.
it fucking continues from the movie.
Yeah.
It's all a sequel to Iron Man 1.
You want to know how huge this franchise is? You walk up to anybody and just say, hey, what do you think about the snap?
Yeah.
And everybody's going to know what the fuck you're talking about.
We came out of fucking Man of Steel. I remember this. We came out of Man of Steel, and there were people. I remember Tyler.
Tyler was there.
Was like first in line, and we saw him, and I was like, "Spoiler alert! It's awesome."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, he's an asshole. Cool. All right, yay, it's gonna be a good movie."
Yeah.
And then we were walking out, and there were people, but there was 3 people, probably our age, behind us, and I remember we're coming out of the door, and I'm like, "Oh, whoa, Superman!" All this, and they were like, I heard this, Superman. And I almost wanted to turn it. Like, man, fuck you! What are you like, Iron Man? Are you one of those Iron Man little punk cucks? What are you, an Iron Man cuck? You're a beta cuck for fucking whatever. Mr. Fantastic.
Nice.
You fucking assholes. It's Superman, jerk. Show some respect.
I don't remember that.
Now it'd be like if I could be them, I could be that people. It'd be like, oh, the Superman movie, and I'd be like, man, I remember Superman was cool, dude. Not anymore.
Thanks,
No, he's
Jack.
still cool. He's still cool. I still love Superman.
All right, well, let's close this out. I want to make one more prediction. They're going to make a Fantastic Four movie at some point, too, with the X-Men. It's all going to be a part of the same kind of phase. And because Chris Evans was the Human Torch, and there's going to be a different actor now, because, of course, they can't do that unless it's some kind of multiverse thing where he's the Human Torch. Anyway, there's going to be a callback joke about it.
Oh, I'm sure there will be.
They're going to be a joke or a callback or at least you're not on fire this time or something.
They could absolutely do that for sure.
So there's going to be X-Men. There's going to be that's like phase 6 and 7 or something.
Fantastic Four is coming like in 2 years.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Well, let's hope the 4th time's a charm.
What? Yeah, because they've already had like fucking 3
I think
kicks
there was
at the
3
can.
movies. I think Captain America was actually the Human Torch.
25
Yeah, you're right.
That's how long
movies
ago it
and
was.
3 series. They have my money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely,
they have my
absolutely.
money.
They've
Because
had-
they'll do it right this time.
They've had 3 kicks at the can, and the latest kick at the can was the worst of them all.
Yeah, it's yeah.
The one without Chris Evans was the worst of them all. It was so bad. There was like,
The ones with Jessica Alba were better.
we're better.
Yeah.
Well, that was Chris Evans.
I know.
Yeah. Those ones were
Oh,
better.
yes, you're right.
Than
Jessica Alba.
Whatever.
as you know, Mrs. Invisible or whatever.
Mrs.
Whatever the fuck.
Invisible.
I
What
can't
is
remember.
her name?
Mrs. Invisible.
Is that her
Oh, it is?
fucking
Okay,
name?
yeah.
No,
What a
it's-
stupid name.
Sue Storm. in
The
the-
C-
See,
Yeah.
that's why I would be like, what? Oh, Mrs. Invisible. That's original.
The
Goodbye.
CFL picked those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
right.
bet they did. All right. Well, okay, so my big Warzone win, quickly.
Oh yeah, let's
Okay.
do this.
Okay,
I won Warzone, assholes, all right? And it was hard. And it didn't come easy or cheap. I'll say that. All right? So I'm going to put up a picture of this map. I'm going to draw where I came down, all right? So I started this game. There's 148 people in this fucking game with me.
Shit, that's a
Real
lot of-
people.
That's a lot of people.
Real people. And I'm playing solo, no teams.
Holy shit.
And there are people working together. All right, because you can have the mics on. So when you kill someone, there's like you get like 2 seconds of like you can hear, that person's mic. So I killed this one guy. So and like I say, I'll put the map up. Okay, so I'll say names and you'll be like, what? But you'll be able to reference the map. I dropped in the summit, okay, which is like at the top of the map. Right, and I came down through what people would know as the, I think it was the salt mine, but now it's like the lumber yard. Right, and there's a big building in there. I killed my first guy there, and all I hear on the mic is, I hear that faggot's in the tower. That's what I hear. So he's clearly communicating with other solo people in this. So he's working with. So I killed another one of his boys. Coming toward the tower to kill this faggot that's up there. Excuse my language.
No.
So then I kill them and I take all their gear. And they got heartbeat sensors. They got everything. They got good weapons. So I take their shit and I'm like, good, I'm loaded up.
Yeah.
I got lots of armor. I got lots of ammo.
Yeah.
I got everything I need. I start walking down like I'm going like south down the map. And I can't find anybody. I'm not seeing anybody. Nothing's coming up on my meter. I'm not hearing really I'm hearing gunfire, but not close. So I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? I'm working my way down to the boneyard, which is like it's an old wrecked planes. And it's like the circle is getting closer. There's like 30 people. There's 20 people. There's like 15 people. I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? Tommy's like on his leapfrog. This is like an afternoon. He's on his leapfrog. He's like doing words. He's like, doing like a word search. He's like, Dennis, spell this word. I'm like, oh, that's so great. I'm like, you're doing so great. Fuck. Like, I'm sneaking one in on this.
Yeah.
I'm sneaking one in. I shouldn't be doing it. I'm sneaking one in.
We
He's
all
not-
been there.
Right.
No.
So I'm like, I'm not seeing anybody. 10 people left. 9, 8, 7, 6. I'm starting to hear gunfire closer, but no one's coming up on my sensor, which I think reaches like 40 meters, 40 to 45 meters. Nobody's coming up. I'm in this sweet spot where it's like the head of a plane, but there's like it's all blocked from so you have to come in front of me to see, and I'll hear you. I'm gonna fucking hear you if you're sneaking up. Nobody's sneaking up. 6, 5, 4 people left. 3 people left. When it gets to that, the circle closes. It's like Fortnite. The circle is ever closing, and there's poison gas coming in, and then the circle closes again, and then you got some time, and then the gas closes in. So on the last, like when you get down to and I've only ever come in 4th, but when you get down to 3, the circle it starts in the gas and moves. So I got to move. So now I hear people like they're like right beside me shooting, like they're going back and forth. I'm like, fuck, like where are these fucking guys? They're still not coming up on my sensor. They're still not coming up. So I'm like, I got to follow the circle. I must go in the circle. So I go in the circle and I'm like, there's only one. They're obviously in the boneyard with me. They have to come from behind me. They have to. So then I see the thing click down to 2 and I'm like, holy shit, it's just me and this other guy. So I turn around and this guy, there's like a fence. And for whatever reason, this guy fucked up. He came around the fence instead of just continuing to come forward. He turned around to look like he thought maybe the last guy was behind him.
Yeah.
So I whip around and I finally see this guy and I'm like, holy shit. So I just like, I'm mowing the lawn with my gun and you can see that he hears the shot. So he starts to turn around as I finally get to him.
Yeah.
So I pop like 20 rounds off. So I was using an LMG. And I killed him and I like threw the controller up in the air. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, I won. And Tommy like drops the leapfrog. He's like, you beat the game? I'm like, I beat the game. He's like, you don't have to play it anymore. And I'm like, well, no. But I'm like, but I beat the game. I won the war. So I won the war zone. The helicopter picks you up and you leave. And then there's like an in memoriam.
Yeah.
So all the people that died, they all get their names there.
Yeah.
And it was just like Trapper first place. Tommy is like in fucking tears.
Right?
He's like, I'm so happy. I'm so proud of you, Dad. You beat the game.
Awesome.
You beat the game because he'll sneak out of his room at night and I'm playing it. Yeah. He's like, can I watch you play around? I'm like, you can watch like 5 minutes of this, but your mother don't
tell your
ever
mother.
tell your mother. So he's like, he's literally in tears. It was one of the greatest video gaming moments of my life.
Awesome.
That's awesome,
I
dude.
smoked this fucker coming around. If he knew that I was in front of him, which he should have known. I mean, the circle was like at least 20 meters in front of him.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's
I was just. It was a crowning achievement. It's lame.
nice.
You
I'm a
beat-
big lame-o. I won.
that's-
148 people fell,
Dude.
at my feet.
Man,
That is fantastic,
I
man.
Thanos that fucker.
I don't care what anybody says. Call of Duty's hard.
It's fucking, especially when you're playing solos and there's teams of people
Well,
who are calling you gay slander.
Yeah.
words.
Yeah.
Calling
and,
out
and,
your,
and they've been playing this game every day.
oh yeah, because they play it way more than I do.
Yeah,
Way
yeah, they have a lot more time,
and
they-
I play it a lot, and
Yeah.
they play it more than I do.
Yeah, you know what? There was
Fuck people.
It was I got a funny story about that father son. Hey, can I come out and watch that? And
Yeah.
so
You know we shouldn't, but
there-
it's late at night.
it was the night I was watching Field of Dreams. Stop me if I've already told this story because I have
I
no
don't
idea
think
if I already
so.
told this story.
No. It's
So I would pause Field of Dreams because I started seeing some lightning outside, and I had promised Bruce, my son, like,
Maybe we did hear this.
did we hear this story?
Well,
You called Ty, you called him out, or you
But
called
then-
Brucey out, and he was just
there was-
nodding.
there was-
his
Yeah,
head.
that was it.
Yeah,
That was it,
yeah.
Okay, yeah, there was no lightning, and then there was lightning, and then then you woke him up.
He was just
Yeah.
too cold.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was the same kind of deal. You know, you're just like, all right, yeah, come on. You know, it's like a father-son moment.
Yeah,
You gotta have those.
So
Yeah, you do.
Gotta have those. So when Tommy comes out and he's like, hey, can I watch? And you're like, all right.
One kill. You can watch one kill.
And you know that's a big deal because when you won the game, he's like, so proud of you, Dad. And
So
you're
you
like,
did it.
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah.
You beat the whole
Yeah.
thing. It was so funny when he's like, you don't have to play it anymore. And I'm like, well,
Yeah, well.
it's not really that kind of a beat the game.
Yeah.
thing. Like, you know,
You know, I didn't beat it so I didn't have to play. I beat it because I love to play.
your daddy, the White Knight of Call of Duty, slayed 148 dragons.
nice.
And I was I actually only got like I think at the end of the day I only got like 3 kills because I killed the 2 guys and then I killed the last guy. So I only had 3 kills. I couldn't find anybody. It was so weird. I was like, because you see, I'm like, there's still like 60 people.
But they all just clump together. I guess it must.
Well, no, because it's a huge map. The map is huge. If you were to run all the way across or up and down, whatever, it'd probably take you like a good probably like 10 minutes to run across the whole map.
Holy shit!
Which
okay.
is it's huge.
That's
It's
massive.
huge.
That's massive.
I always would find, because I hate that running around with a machine gun, I like to just lie down in the bushes with a fucking sniper rifle with a
Yep.
good zoom.
Yeah.
And I just fucking hang out. And then hopefully nobody ever sees where I am.
Yeah.
Because do they still have the kill cam? So they can be like, oh, fuck, there he is.
They do have kill cams. Yeah, yep.
So like they see you from a third person perspective where you
Well,
killed.
you're seeing them.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you
Yeah,
see
you see
them.
them.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but do they see you? So like if you're a sniper lying
Yeah,
in the
they
bush,
saw you because they fucking killed you.
Okay. No, but if you're a sniper lying in the bush, does
Yeah,
it
if
give
you-
your
if you
position
do the
away?
Killing, yes.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
Okay.
if you know, I mean, if you can gauge like where they are, I mean, you know, because there'll be like if it gets shot, like say here, and that's where the person is, then there'll be like that's where the red damage indicator will come up. If you're getting shot from the back, it's like,
Yeah.
you know. So
Well,
yeah, you will know. Okay, the guy's over there. But with Warzone, it's like if you get killed, you go to the gulag. And then you have to then fight to get out of the gulag. And the gulag is like it looks like a big, like, fucking obstacle course deal. So if you lose in the gulag, you're out. You're out of the game, and you got to start a new one. But if you win in the gulag, you come back.
Okay.
But then you got to start all over again.
And like you got no guns,
You have no weapons. You have no money. You have no nothing. So it's shitty if you're like, oh, I won, I'm back in, but there's like 20 people left, and the circle's like fucking that big, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna have a handgun, and they're all gonna be in this one spot, and they're probably all gonna watch me come down, because I had one guy just quickly, because we are running a little long here, but when you start Warzone the game, you all jump out of like a helicopter. So, everybody's jumping out of this helicopter. So I jump out, and I'm like I always try to go far away so that like I can see where everyone else is landing and kind of get a gauge of where people are. And no one's really following me. So I'm going out, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to start landing. I think it was headed toward the prison. And I'm coming down. And there's nothing on my map. And then all of a sudden, as I'm right about to hit the ground, you just see like when you're in a vehicle, it's red and moving. So it's just like a vehicle just appears in my mini map, and I didn't even touch the ground. This guy fucking ran me over.
Whoa.
And I was like, ain't that some shit? This fucking guy watched me parachute down and was like, that's it. And then I lost in the gulag. I think I placed I was like 144. It was like the shortest fucking round of Warzone ever.
So this is like the game of your life. Like this was like everything went right.
Yep.
Everything just kind of
because I came in fourth once, and it was pretty cool. Like I was on a rock face, and I thought I had like some really good cover because I had taken a couple people out, and then it was like just all of a sudden, dude had like a heartbeat sensor and like just came up on me. It was like I could hear the running, but I couldn't pinpoint. I was like, I knew he was above me, but I was just kind of going like, So like when I looked left, he came up right and just like wasted me. And I came in fourth, and I was like, fuck, I thought I had the best spot ever. I just wasn't watching my sensor, and he fucking tagged me good.
Got you.
So yeah, man, it's no fucking joke, dude. It's no joke when you play solos on Warzone.
yeah.
And
That online shit, I've just never been good enough.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
neither was I, dude. But you just play and you play and you play, and you play by yourself. You get really fucking good because you get really keen on. You got to play with headphones because you got to hear
what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. And then
where the fuck it is.
Yeah.
And
Now I'm playing with like other people, like on teams, because it's like now I'm not an embarrassment anymore. So I'm okay to go on a team, and be like, yeah, I can hold my own. Yeah. I fucking love Call of Duty. I love Warzone. If you want to hit me up, it's Trapper _, obviously 632 on PlayStation. Hit me up.
Obviously.
And you better hit that button.
Yes.
That's not enough underscores for me, man.
Well, all right.
Yeah.
That was episode 72.
That was episode 72.
Yeah.
72.
Good one.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
All right, I'm at Tin Can Blues. You can find me absolutely nowhere. And our website is wheelsbluespodcast.wixsite.com/my site.
Well done.
Thanks, buddy. You can go on there. You can read the blogs that Glorious Leader puts out every week.
They're okay.
They're glorious. Glorious Leader.
Fucking read them.
Read 'em.
Or I'm going to come get you. Warzone.
And you can listen to the pod right from there. View our Instagram right from there. View our video game trailer, which at some point is going to be coming out, I'm sure. And you can buy our merch from there as well. There's a link.
Bring money.
Bring money.
Jesus Christ. And I guess that's all I got to say.
I'm at Muddy Wheels, and you can follow our Wheels Blues Podcast Facebook page and our Twitter Wheels Blues Podcast. And please subscribe, rate us 5 stars, and thanks for coming out.
And I'm the grand champion of Warzone at Eric _83. And you can find me on Twitter, Instagram. I think on Instagram, I'm that Eric D, only 1 underscore. If there is even one. I don't go Instagram a lot. At least not to check shit, but you know what? I'm going to get that name, and I'm going to get it to you guys. All right? And you find me on Warzone. I'm there killing people.
What's that tag again?
That is Trapper _, 632.
What's the 632? Is that the number of people that you've killed?
Well, it's from Taz.
Okay.
Taz was Taz 632 because he's twice as pissed off because it's double 316.
Clever.
Nice.
I liked it. Yeah, that's clever. Cool.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to episode 72, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Get her good.
Get off my lawn.